Hello, 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 hello. My hair is horrible, man. I have horrible hair. One second, guys. 1 second. Arey, not this. Alright, alright, alright. Game screen, window. There we go. And here. Lotus bind split. Oh, interesting. Interesting. What the? Okay. Clove. Oh, they're playing the same thing that they did. Lotus. They're annoying ass Lotus comp. Are we going for another record today? 22-20 yesterday. Another record today. What was I gonna do?
Our casters who may still be recovering from the heavy losses of yesterday. We got Quack and Chobra.
Wow.
Yes, thank you very much, Vic, and the rest of the desk. Yeah, you know, we look at the clothes that we've got on, especially mine, at least, torn and tatters.
Well, you look like you've been through a lot. I mean, I'm chilling here with our Shinramyeon boys up on stage. I mean, they're looking great.
Time. Yeah. I kind of went to the hair and makeup team, and they asked me what I wanted, and I just said, like, Paper Ice lost 2-0 yesterday. One of the maps was 13-1, and they were like, I got you, fam. This is what you'll look like.
Yeah, well, everybody knows what that means, yeah.
But memes aside, though, today it's going to be quite serious as well. Elimination between Noxian Red Force and Talon. And, of course, like all the things that the desk mentioned, Talon has quite a bit of data to work with.
Yeah, obviously a lot of data, but one thing to note is that while Noxian Red Force has played Lotus in 3 of their matches so far, they've actually played 3 different compositions. They started with the Cypher, switched it out for the Vice, then they switched out the Viper coming in for the Astra yesterday, and now they're continuing with the Astra. They like what they saw yesterday. It doesn't matter if the data's out there, they're feeling confident here on the defensive side, and it's going to start with some rubble control here from Noxian, looking at the haunt, getting ready, and 2 people wanting to push forward.
What's up, Rishit? Welcome.
The Astra Vise. There's quite a bit of
Good afternoon.
But at the same time, Talon, they need a little bit safe right now.
Yeah, so I like that Noxian this time doesn't go full investment, right? We've seen a couple of times where Noxian, even on pistols, will just say, hey, let's just take full rebel control, let's send out the paranoia, things like that. But they're just going to wait and say, okay, we can take it. If they're not going to throw util, we don't have to trade.
They know it's a fake.
Take it safely, and now wait for them to try to break all of our util. Razorvine's going to be activated instead of being broken, but either way, it's a trade for trade.
I have this
Just a little bit.
How was your morning? Fully sleepy.
Wall,
a sleepy morning, bro.
They're going to have to hang back. Talon pushing all the way through.
Sunday, so I end up sleeping more.
Well. I mean, trying to think back to
now thinking of what to eat.
Now, Talon has to remember that we still have the relay bolt and the paranoia left over here. Persia spots one, pushes them back. That's one turn taken over, but still no relay bolt.
Baiting. They know Persia's always here. They know Persia's always here.
Just to counteract.
Persia's always there. Yep. Dambi gets one only though.
Governor getting ahead was so big there, and then the coverage as well. Governor not being left on an island way out front. I love the proactivity from Talon so far. And now Premi, he's going to trip the wall well ahead of time so his team can flood in. The confidence right now from Premi to just pick these fights. I mean, you only have 30 seconds, so Premi kind of has to survive, but that's not a problem for Premi.
Nice shot,
He's just going to
Premi.
win out that 1v1 against Margaret.
That is truly confident. He's sitting on smokes, but he's not even using them. Not needed. And Ben comes back in for that refill back into his backside as well. Now the final one, Francis, footsteps completely heard. A simple tap from Ben will do the trick.
Nice.
Nice and clean. Only
But I'm here for
losing
Nongshim,
one
bro,
member.
not
That's
Talon.
really big here.
I am
Talon,
here for
not just in
Nongshim.
terms of overall, you know, your util or maybe whatever
want a
armor,
burger,
weapons you might
I
have
want
bought even on the
the
pistol
fuck?
round, but more so for the confidence, right? You just saw Nongshim be able to battle through this map yesterday against another team that was looking much improved coming into this year. And now Talon saying, hey,
that was a great time you took.
yeah, no more slow starts, right? We're going to start nice and fresh right off of map 1. That's something that a lot of fans have been hoping to see from Talon.
This would mean quite a bit as well, considering the fact that this is Lotus for Nongshim. So now with the guns, looking for some wall bangs through Cruz, at least just making his presence known, still trying to keep Nongshim with that rubble control.
Just a sheriff on Margaret, so not a big investment. Going to be
No.
push all together. The Neon's going to try to displace Cruz's crosshair, but I love Cruz. He just gives it up.
Resale
because
कब
he's
से start हो
already
रहा
had
है?
backup Governor
End of Feb,
waiting by.
probably.
Talon, everyone just waiting
When
by.
will we
But
see
during
G
that,
back
it's
in
not like
action
they've
again?
given up all
March,
the space. They
after
make sure
Masters,
they're ready
Bangkok.
to contend for B main. Is it a pinch from somewhere? They're
Oh.
trying to keep
Margaret.
track of all of that.
One shot. Nope.
Also for Nongshim,
He's gone.
moving alongside all of these. Margaret unfortunately will be the one to fall though. I did like the deep smoke from before, but right now it still is just 3 players with pistols.
There, that's
Definitely can do
doable.
something.
A good
Not quite, just maybe a little bit
cover.
of a right click, but still, the
Nah.
firepower a little bit overwhelming from Talon.
So something Nongshim should really
Will
keep
Patrick
note
join
of just
G?
on
I mean,
this
Patrick's
round is that
already with
Talon's
G.
happy to wait for the push out, right?
Patrick's
If we're on
already
Nico,
with G,
This
bro.
whole aggression thing with the Neon, the relay bolt hits, but look at
It's
the
just that
space
he's
here.
having
Governor's
visa
way
issues,
far
that's all.
behind, using the range to his advantage. Premi locked on as always, and that's just not gonna work seemingly on this map anymore. So while nothing
I'm
was
hungry.
like an early timeout or anything drastic, something that the
I'm
players of the circle
hungry.
will have to keep in mind.
They definitely
Guys,
need
suggest
to
me what to
try
eat.
adjust around it a little bit. I
I'm
mean, they can
hungry.
pull for that rubble, right? But even with the util that they have, you're just holding it. You might the Talon are trying to bait you into sending that out so that they can then push out and get a little bit more space as well.
I meant he will
Still
play in
through the
split
full
1.
stack
Yes, he
of
will.
Nongshim closer
I
towards
I
Rubble.
hope so. I hope so.
Yeah, neither team
Talon is,
actually
it's been
just
2
yet
rounds,
into
Ajay.
orbs, plants, anything like that, but we'll see if that changes.
It's
on
been
this
2
round.
rounds in a
Love
best
to
of
try to get
3.
The ult economy in Persia gonna win out on that stun fight, and Francis, he's gonna find
There's
openings
now
in
there's
Persia.
your
Just
Nongshim
drops
shots.
out to
Now what?
Governor. And
Now
Nongshim
what?
just like that,
Talon
Aaron
is
Back
shooting
spun
the shots.
stranded over by
2
Rubble.
rounds.
Premi,
And
oh,
these guys are jumping around and shooting now.
Adjustments, and that's gonna be that. I mean, Premi now with the spike down, you're gonna have to come back and fight your way through.
Now this could be where Premi shines a little
Choco
bit.
lava cake. Nah, man.
Nongshim's gonna have to give respect.
Sweet, so early
It's not
don't.
just about the crossfires, but I really think the timings, the spacing.
Any
has to be good,
rice
'cause you-
dish?
I mean, this guy doesn't hit number 1 on the leaderboard every time for
consider
no
it.
reason.
1 year
Fair
contract
enough,
G in
fair
new
enough.
roster?
He does
I
have the
don't know.
medal and everything else to work with him, but
So Darian
still,
was just a
it's
stand-in, is
gonna
not
be quite a
permanent.
bit.
He was got as a stand-in.
Side, it's a bit of
He will be with G.
well, not really a
We'll
crossfire,
see
but Francis
how
is
it
looking for that
goes.
contact. And also the off angle from Persia.
Oh, good read as well. The smoke came out over to the B site, so immediately the Haunt goes to check, and now they know. So Margaret's going to pinch in, but I would love for Margaret to just kind of wait, right? And you can still jiggle back and forth with 3 members here on Rubble. All right, there's the stun as well. They know it hit, and that's the setup for Margaret. Nice patience coming in from Nongshim. Not losing much, only 1 member, and just a little bit of health over on Persia. You still got that half armor, that's fine.
Yeah, beautiful with how they were able to play it to the end. But truly, the crux of the whole
Good shit.
round was this fight right here up towards Rubble. I mean, there was the early sort of execute coming out from Talon, but they kind of bypassed that. Persia was able to get himself up on top of Rubble, and then win it for that drop shot.
Nice bonus.
Well, the Rubble fight, that's something that
That was not bonus, that was their buy round.
As well, and continuing to evolve it now with the Astra. They've been using the Astra.
Ajay, did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed today?
An aggressive deadlock, right? A lot of her utility being used similar to that graph net. We'll see if that proactivity, maybe sometimes reactivity.
G match at 400 plus, now 14. Arey, no dude, yesterday also I had around 200, 180.
Now they're utilizing
I think Sunday afternoon, so people are
sticking together with
out
this team while
or
Premi
they're
is
just
gonna go
watching
off on solo
Binks.
missions at times, but for now, Talon will be bunched up towards C Mount.
Annihilation at the ready, so this is their plan to try to break open the C
I'm gonna
site.
get, what do I
Talon,
get?
obviously, we praise them a lot for breaking that Vice Utah when they were playing against Global Esports with the Triple Sentinels. Oh,
Aloo
jeez,
paratha.
Margaret, you gotta watch out. We saw this happen a
Aloo
lot
paratha.
yesterday on both sides, so gotta give that respect. But I hope to see Talon continue that again, really just toying with that sheer wall a lot.
Same, but
With
different.
the
Wow,
Annihilation,
very
but
nice.
Trap play already at the ready. The Nightfall coming for the pinch from Francis.
Forcing them to activate their util. But at the same time, Talon, they're still keeping track of things across the map. Look at this sort of default setup. You got Jit Boys marking down pillars, while the rest of them are also kind of coming back into, poke and prod a little bit back towards Rubble.
On just gonna get broken up. Cruz trying to keep them tied up. And so with that Odin spam, you're gonna have two people still tied up on A, but immediate rotate from Dombi. He gets the call. Francis wants to focus on C, and they know they tag
Oh, they're
someone
committing the ult.
as well. So Dombi's
That's a
already there
great
for the
ult,
crossfire.
actually.
Here comes the Nightfall, the flying.
Oh my god,
Governor's
Governor, how
gonna
does he even get that? And they get another.
Denies the crossfire as well. Trade denied. Sheerwall will buy time. Only 13 seconds left on the clock. Francis, for now, all alone on the site. He gets one. Ivy
Oh my
gets down.
god,
Francis
Francis.
good for two. And now it's up to Persia, the big brother of Noshim, up against three. Oh, was that
Wait,
enough time?
wait, they didn't get the plant.
Persia thinking no.
Oh my
Enough
god.
time.
What?
He gets the clutch.
That was down to like a fraction of a second.
He's gonna call a timeout now.
To get within range of the spike planting area.
What the fuck just happened?
Oh, that is devastating. Governor's entry and the Annihilation. It was so good. The catch from Jit Boys as well. Making sure they had Nongshin panicking.
What?
The execute was
1 second.
awesome, but
What?
sheer wall, and at the same time, they knew
Hello,
that they
Sonny.
had the
I'm
weak
doing good,
part to
brother.
go
How are
back
you?
down. Francis
What?
had the opportunity to peek
SPGNS,
out.
same team of players. Yeah, like
believe.
same
And
team
Persia just saying,
of the
"Hey,
players,
let's
but
take
just
the
a
bet,
different
'cause I don't
org.
wanna
That's
risk
all.
Potentially getting caught out here. Just runs away with the time. Margaret now with the early shot, taking down Ban. I mean, you don't even have passive info Sentinel, but that's your Sentinel gone nonetheless. Lots of info against Persia. But
The amount of pressure Persia puts on this rubble area by just sitting on top of rubble is crazy. Oh my god, yeah, that's simple, easy and free. Simple, easy and free. Bro, Persia sitting on rubble is the scariest thing ever. If you don't know how to clear it out, you're basically fucked because he will get one. He will always get one. He will always get one. Like Mogo and Rival, yes.
Clean early shot from Margaret, already holding the angle. And as soon as Governor goes down, I mean, the Prowler was kind of meant to make sure that there is no 2v1, that it's meant to just be one.
So simple.
But Governor just a shy ahead. And
Yeah, and there it is.
Quite frankly, you expect your race to at least land before they get taken out.
Yeah, they did have the little close smoke as well, but unfortunately, yeah, it's still.
I
is
need
spread up
something
on
to
that elevated
eat.
position, up on top of rubble, so not quite finding a
Fast,
solution, so
something
you-
fast. What do we get
rounds
that's
now, it's
fast?
gonna be
Let's check Swiggy
the
Bolt.
timeout
Where is Swiggy
for
Bolt?
Talon.
So the
Bolt.
3 rounds they lose, obviously it's once the buys come out for Nongshin, but 2 of those,
Bolt.
it just gets shut down on Rubble, right? This Rubble fight's not working. Nongshin has adjusted their Rubble fight a bit. They're not trying to fully take control with Yuto off the bat. They're actually relying on trades and then going back and forth, ping-ponging between that Yuto, right? Saving things like the relay.
No wonder
moves,
Revenant lost to
push
SPG.
from
I mean,
Talon. So it's a good adjustment.
obviously, bro.
And Talon,
You think
they're
Premi
not
and
gonna
Reina
trade
would
into
work
this
on
because
Icebox
they
in
were
Ascent?
hoping it
Absolutely,
looks
I think they will probably try that.
Rubble first, then work
If not that,
on
they'll
C
probably
side.
give him
They did
Clove.
an
Clove
SABAKARIBEEEE
also works on
which
Icebox.
unfortunately doesn't work
And
out
he's
each
good with it
time.
because he gets an extra life, that's
Eventually,
why.
you shouldn't be too concerned if you're Talon about getting into C site, but you need to be concerned about how are you going to pressure Rubble or B site enough to keep them all away from the site.
All the while,
Fuck's sake.
Still conserving a bit of utility for the rest of the round, right? So that's going to be quite the consideration right here. They're always trying to.
Oh, I like this.
Keep
Nongshim just gonna play a little bit of bait and switch over here.
Gather more information right now. Back in towards B. Okay, the Prowler does check, and that's the judge shot.
Yeah, no, Ivy should have shot that. I don't know why, Margaret. Okay, maybe they want to give them a warning shot. So they're like, yeah, we're not going B. They're not going B. Persia again on top over here. Very.
Still got the paranoia. They want to do this. This time, Governor tries to get ahead. That worked last time, and it works this time. He's gonna sit way far.
Of course, Persia. I told you, Persia always gets one there. He always gets one. No matter how many times he plays there, he always gets one.
Pacing to get further into the A side, but just as they were about to do that, the Astra comes up with the smoke. Ivy now already back in position to hold off A. Still, though, they go through Baby Door. It's only just Francis here with the judge. Might be able to spot out Ben.
Simple and easy. Now they're covered from 3 different angles. The only outing they have is towards A. They should probably take that. One of them should take that control. So then no one should be heaven now because site is clear.
Timing against the Astra. Perfectly read from Primi. And as soon as you hear the star go up, now they know.
Oh my god, Primi.
On for 3. Looking for the 4K. Low health, but he still peeks out. And
wow.
He will secure his own kills.
Get out, man. It's just Primi. He does it so many times. He found that trade for Governor, but at the same time, coming back into
So
the
when
side,
G Academy team Ascension, what the fuck is that word? Ascension, okay. Ascension जीतेगा so वो players भी किसी और में चले जाएंगे और वो org न्यू org T1 में आ देव भाई नमस्ते देव भाई प्लीज मेरे को इतनी भी हिंदी नहीं आती कि क्या what I got brain aneurysm reading that.
Now that they've put some pressure onto that B site as well.
Are you using Epic Pen? Yes.
To force Nongshim to try to change their setup on Rubble. So far, all utils still being saved by the Neon and Omen, but Talon now know how to break through it.
Alright, but they're not going to use the same trick twice now, so...
Till now, best decision by Talon picking up Primi, clearly. हिंदी नहीं थी ये, वही पता है, brain aneurysm हो गया मेरे को.
Yeah, Talon's been doing this a lot, even in the GE match, and it serves a couple purposes. You can always have that lurker on B and make sure you secure that fight. Also, if there's a trap play coming towards C Mound, you have a way to answer back. So it served them quite a bit. It almost rarely had gotten taken out in that match against GE as well. So
G Academy roster reveal हुआ? Nope, not yet.
Not yet, but then the execute comes in, so it's going to be paint shells, nightfall.
Oh my god, Governor's always able to manage to get one here. He somehow always gets one and gets away. And again, Persia on Rubble as well.
A bit of too much faith in their own movements, and Dombi pushes forward on the pinch.
So basically, Governor's practically 100% successful here in getting one. Persia's 100% successful in getting one. These two are more than enough to hold it down, bro. He just TPs on top here. And he gets a free flash that kills everybody. Dambi is there to connect that with a stun as well. Simple, easy.
That's unfortunate.
Just alt for Dambi too.
Yeah.
Asking if G1 Ascension will they play tier 1 under different org? They can't play Ascension under G's org. They will probably play as individual 5 players if at all. But yeah.
If we didn't hear any movement over by A, it's empty now. You know, they've already left. But
either G will have to let go of them or yeah.
The idea that they had here, going a little bit further out, we saw RQ trying similar things just to be able to jump over.
Oh, Persia faked it. Persia faked. Wow, what a shot.
It just gets stopped too early. Nongshim's able to hold in their tracks, and it's a good stop from Nongshim.
Yeah, you would think.
I know. They might be this thing taken by a different org, or they might actually play as individual 5s in Ascension, and then I'm pretty sure some org will pick them up if they make it. If they make it to VCT. 100% some org. Oh my god! Francis, what the fuck? That's a 2v2 though.
Doesn't look like he's going to get a chance. Ivy's not going to give that timer to that. Primi ultimate not dead yet, but soon to be. But he has cleared a lot of space and time to make this a 2v2.
An opportunity for Talon for sure.
They got no util. Oh wait, he's got 2 stars.
But you do have Margaret who's starting to creep in from the back.
You have 2 stars.
Sonic sensor, you can double up. You have the annihilation at some point to just
now they know there's main. He's gonna flash tree. No, he's gonna open tree and try to kind of cuck them in.
Just been baited right into the trap. Nongshim wanted this. Nobody watching for it. Ban. He's trying to peek out. He doesn't catch any sight. The annihilation not gonna go through. It's going to actually land.
Oh, he gets one. He would have been a lineup, bro.
Ban just checking to be sure.
Would have been a lineup. Would have been a lineup.
And the ultimate secures a 4th round.
Came close enough. But thankfully, Ban had the annihilation and the decision to just...
Then why make Academy roster if they can't play Ascension? So that they have direct connection to the VCT. If they play well enough and they're really good, they can... Maybe we can just take them directly from the Academy roster to the main roster.
50-50, I guess, for the other side.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Talon, whenever they're fighting that Rubble fight, obviously trying to get ahead of things, trying to send Governor out way deep to make sure that they have some space. It has been working out, more or less. We got to.
But are we going for another Lotus overtime here?
Annihilation, but now ultimates online for Nongshim. You got 3 ultimates, great for the retake, but also amazing for that delay.
Really, really useful. But of course, an outlaw for Governor now.
Well, Margaret, thankful that he can stay alive, but he is going to have to take a much backward position. So right now, relying on that Margaret has that
Wait,
extra
what?
bit of delay, and
Damn, just randomly shot.
just spam through the smoke.
Actually found him. Unlucky, but still now Francis
Nice
gets
shot,
a push out
Francis.
front towards B, finds Jitboys on an isolated duel. This does
You
not
think
do
PLX will make changes if they can't make
Yeah,
Toronto?
pinch down, right, the door,
I
but they see it,
don't
but he was
know.
already
I feel like they
immediately
might make
towards the
changes now
enemy.
only.
Governor's ready to pick that one up, but do they expect Dombi to be on that left corner?
This will be one-sided win after halftime. I hope so.
On the C side as well.
According to Sen, you will have to sell your roster to someone if they qualify for Ascension. Yes, that's what I said as well.
And you know that the pain shell is available as well from Governor.
Announcement when what?
down to the execute. They're gonna have to time it really well though.
Alex is a great coach, dude. He's not going anywhere.
Ivy able to get in with a microflicks, 2 kills down, and it's just bad onto the other side.
Oh wow, Dambe.
Dambe comes in and slaughters him down.
I mean, what do they feed these guys for breakfast at the Nongshim house? Because they surely didn't get enough rest.
It's noodles.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's just cups of Nongshim ramen noodles. I don't know what it is, but the spice is kicking in.
Yeah, of course.
All 5 of them are firing, flicking, just right on the spot.
Yeah, with the little push outs, even the spam through the smoke, but look at Ivy just being able to hold it down.
My God, Dambe.
Through the smoke.
Yo, this kid's insane, dude.
Well,
That's still
So
also
JJ, I don't,
yeah, I mean,
brother, I don't even know how or what it's gonna work. Honestly, who do you remove from that 5? Who do you remove from that 5? All 5 of them are absolutely amazing.
this round, they looked like they were gonna be on fire.
If anything, I would just say,
But who would have thought
go
that
back to your
Nongshim
previous
this
game
fresh
style.
coming in after
Hyperactive
for
W
overtime
gaming.
in
Just,
Pacific yesterday.
so ready. I mean,
go
they
crazy.
proved it before in Ascension, or even just yesterday's match. Right? They have this tenacity, the resilience to really pull through, make it all the way.
Order Nongshim noodles if they win and make them. Actually, that's not a bad idea.
That talent is on the pistol.
Francis,
Only
what the
a
fuck,
lot
Francis?
different, right? Full on default, one across the entire map. Francis finds the opening pick.
Goes for that seize as well. I like it. As soon as he loses vision, puts out the
कुछ
seize
ना
so
होवे
he
या
can
सब
reclaim that area and give time for
खो
Dombi to create that crossfire as
What's
well.
your thought on VLT new team?
Using that early
VLT new team, good.
space 'cause you have
VLT
to
new
run
team
sheer
will
wall
have trouble.
so well. I mean, this is
VLT new team
Talon is very good at
needs to
taking
do
this
a
apart.
lot of
And
work.
you know who's good? It's Persia on Rubble.
Bro just sits here every time. My God, dude.
Go out on an adventure.
I'm just waiting. I'm literally just waiting for the patch notes that say, "Oh, we actually thought we nerfed it, but we didn't," because I'm not seeing it. I'm just not seeing it.
It's not the agent, it's the player at this point.
It might be.
My God, Dambi is just...
So good.
Bro, this guy stands, he shoots, he wins. And those guys swing out one,
At range,
one,
too.
one.
Sliding
Like
right
they're
at the edge.
dumbasses.
Shot. Persia still with just the, you saw that look? That set this coin. Looking chill there on the stage. Premi now with 9 kills, but Persia already up to 11. See if Talon can try to catch back up with their buys.
It is all ultimates online for the side of Nongshim as well. Talent's gonna have to do quite a bit of work. At least having the 4 score right now, it's not the worst thing in the world. Sheer wall outside of B. Here comes Francis. Unfortunately falls, and that's the B side opened up for the 2 players. Demi tries to reaggress, but shut down by Jitboys.
Yeah, Jitboys was so ready for that. Just sidesteps that relay both as well. Finally, some great space taken. They understood. Oh, a nice catch from that as well. So Talon understands that it's always been Francis holding solo on B unless it's a trap play. They recognize Ivy coming through with a nice jiggle peek. But, I mean, 4v2, surely Talon doesn't lose out on this one. So even though Nongshim has a couple of those ultimates still left on the remaining members,
There's no way
it's
they
just
actually
going
lose
to
this.
be a save.
Yeah, numbers a little bit overwhelming. Good little pressure smoke coming out from Primi as well. A little bit deeper than before, so Nongshim not quite able to come back in, but they will still try to come in towards the angle
Nice.
stairs, but unfortunate for them.
Talon get at least one.
Down towards Ivy. He's gonna have to find a safer spot. Maybe he threw back into the A site. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I mean,
Fuck's
just
sake.
trying to take away
Okay.
whatever weapons, right? Really make Talon starve for all the creds that they can muster up for that last round. Governor was only one away, but that's one of the reasons he doesn't go out on the hunt. But that's something that Notion should keep track of. Talon maybe trying to make the showstopper happen over by Mound. This could be a full send trap play by Notion on the C side.
Yeah, definitely something to know for sure. But at the same time, thinking about how good Talon was in recognizing that it's just Francis to hold the B side. I mean, this is something that they can keep track of as well to possibly explore.
One second, guys. I'm just
last
ordering.
round of the first half.
Yeah, so a lot of focus from Talon for that C orb right by the Mound.
Ta-
But
ta-
Notion,
ta-
they're
Yeah.
just going to let it pass. If the showstopper comes online, it comes online. They'll deal with
एडवाइस
it when the
चाहिए
time
एक
comes.
लड़की है मेरे को डर है फ्रेंड जोन ना हो जाऊं
There it is. Orb right
Yeah,
for the TLN.
रुको बात करते हैं इसके बारे में हाफ टाइम में
Much
बात करते
defensive position as well, so
हैं they
as
finished
to
top 3
possibly
Madrid and
avoid
Moniet had
the
better
showstopper.
agent pool than Jing. I have
Yeah, we have that
to
offer
kind
here
of
on
agree.
Francis
Moniet
mid.
is
Just waiting for
much
someone
better
to
in
peek
that
out, by the
sense.
way. So that's kind of a big deal. Sonic sensor does get planted. I think Margaret should have heard that through the wall. We'll see if Nongshim ever.
I don't know why they slowed down though. I don't know why they thought maybe they should slow down, play a little more easier.
They don't know. Talon doesn't know that it's
I feel like they should just go back to their crazy ass comps and play that.
He does go, and Persia is just
Oh my
out
God!
right behind Governor.
He got away from there.
Laid out the showstopper as well. Perfect bait and switch here from Nongshim, recognizing the threat that's coming through. Governor will do what he can.
Ah,
He
nice
will
shot,
secure the
Governor.
site, and so that should lead to the spike being planted. But Nongshim's already here. 3 members arrived.
He did play it safe, but he wanted to come back in to just maybe try to hold the side a little second longer for the rest of his team. Unfortunately, goes down, but here comes Danby in with the overdrive.
Oh my
Gets
God,
the
yep,
two.
he
Now he's
finishes
going
it.
back in the tree, spotted out the shorty. He's forcing
Oh
the
my
balls away.
God.
Now coming back in,
My
but
God.
just back to the
Holy
weapon.
crap, Danby.
The trade, Primi coming back in on his own as well, but Ivy's sticking onto the spike. Gets up and out.
Oh my God, Ivy, what a clutch!
First, Ivy
Yo.
with the poison vines to take down
Ah,
Talon in the
this
last
is
round of the first
so crazy, dude.
Great
What the
play.
fuck?
Here's the footsteps, and he knows. All right, 2v1. You guys are gonna try to jump peek me. I am getting the
Sheesh.
hell out of this corner. Spreads that distance away from the shorty, and he's able to make a clean 1v2.
Can DFM win
happen.
today? Yeah, they can,
But
absolutely.
Tomby buying so much space. And
I met her on Reddit. Then we chat on Telegram. It's a guy. You're talking to a guy. You're not talking to a girl. You are not talking to a girl. Shaurya, sorry to pop your bubble, but you're talking to a guy who's going to scam you for money. If you are chatting on Telegram, you are 100% chatting to a guy. Sorry, brother. Sorry. Congratulations. You are now officially gay.
They're coming in from Ascension.
What for lunch? Pizza.
And maybe they're gonna feel the pressure at some
Nope,
point.
she's a girl. I already know her. I already know her name. Oh, you know her name. Okay. Wow. Okay. Guys, he knows her name. Okay. I am a streamer now. Okay. Hold on. Hello guys, I'm Aditi. My name is Aditi. Hi. I can type anything I want on text. You guys can't see me. Hello. I'll use a voice changer. Hi. Yeah. Hi. Yeah, guys, I'm a big Valorant girl, you know. Yes, guys. How's everybody doing today? Aditya, who? Universe, no. See, simple as you know her name. How are you? Did she send you a photo? Did she send you a video? Did she send you anything that can prove that she's a girl? Join karte cringe.
look to dissect that vice setup.
Oh heck yeah! I mean, these guys deserve an award.
I mean, I'm just saying, what the heck? Okay, I thought he would have gotten away with that.
Unfortunately, hit by the right click of Jit Boys.
Yeah, that's also a very classic Notion thing to do.
Danby.
Is Dambi just going a
The
little
thing
too
is,
far out, a
Danby
little
going
too much
that
aggressive.
much aggressive
Now,
actually
I think
clears
some
out the
teams
site
that
for
way,
them
they just
because they just have to go back seeing the amount of pressure he alone puts while running in like that. And now they're taking CD control. I love it. I love it. I love it. Look at that. Take CD control as a quadruple.
I feel as though this is a
Like,
little bit
make them
risky.
feel so
I
uncomfortable.
don't mind it because even if you get spotted, it's hard to expect that it's going to be all four. Now, of course, now the site is all clear, so Talon should know very well.
Oh my
where-
god!
Oh my goodness, that is a huge spot, and Persia just jumps through all of it.
Uh-oh. And it's going to be their barrier match that kind of...
Wow, Ivy.
Ivy still spamming through, though. Permi coming back in.
Wow.
Just the trade
That's actually a sad... So why did you not plant for yourself if you're going CT? Why did you not plant for yourself? You could have taken an open plant. Like, the plant was wrong. The plant was wrong. One second. Shaurya, did you just say she sent a photo of her dog with her hand in that? You got a photo of a dog with her hand. It could literally be any person on planet Earth. I have more feminine hands than a lot of women. And I don't even take care of my hands. Oh my god, Jit Boys got two. Good play, honestly. Playing in the smoke with the judge.
The Outlaws close range, why not?
Down to Marker with low HP, still trying to play around the stairs, but the Bulldogs right here and ready to bite.
He can send him deepfake video, ask video call on Discord. I know exactly. If she really likes you, once again, Shaurya, if she really likes you and you really like her, you want to play games, you guys want to play games together, get on Discord, get on a video call and talk to each other. Simple. Bro, believe me. I mean, see, Shaurya, if it is really a girl, I'm very happy for you, okay? But experience of seeing so many stories around the world and in our country especially from Telegram, has led me to believe that somebody is scamming you, and you as my viewer, as my subscriber, I don't like my subscribers getting scammed. I'm just saying, be careful. Because some guy at some point, this girl who you know her name and sent you a photo of her hand with a dog will be like, oh, I'm so sorry. I have a very tough time going on right now. I'm not living with my family, or my family is having this problem. Can you please send me 2,000 rupees? I'll pay you back next week only. I've seen enough. I bought Ion Sheriff, good choice. Photo bhi hai mere pe. Photo apne haath ke sath bhej. Ion Sheriff on the background and put your hand and send it to Shaurya. He will believe that you gifted him the Ion.
We'll just get out just fine. They don't know that it's two people set up here on the B side from the side of Talon. But Nongshim, they just don't want to deal with it, especially also because it's Premi, right?
Okay, so I video chat her after just talking for 1 month. I mean,
you put a lot of pressure on C, and
that's your wish, bro. I'm saying just be careful. I don't want my viewers to get scammed. That's all I'm saying.
Shots will take down Dambi.
I'm worried for you,
That's a
Shaurya.
very big one. Only 30 seconds left, but look at the map. You've already, if you're Talon, Jippo's already had control mount. You need it to stay alive there.
मैं उसको कोई पैसे थोड़ी ना देने वाला, मेरे पास खुद कुछ नहीं है. Fair, I agree. लेकिन अगर उसने तेरे को पैसे मांगे और तूने बोला कि मेरे पास कुछ नहीं है, and then she stops talking to you, then what? I'm just saying.
They might have to close the gap a little bit if they want.
I got scammed yesterday. What Himanshu? What happened with you? मैं उसको कोई what? No, what? We scammed one of our friends the same way. Wow, Piyush. Shaurya, dekh le. He scammed one of his own friends. Piyush is shamelessly admitting it as well. He scammed one of his own friends.
He would love to try to get ahead, but this looks impossible. Maybe not, but Ivy will make sure that
she
it does
rich
not
as
become a reality.
Bhai, if she rich as so फिर if she is rich as fuck, then you ask her for money. You tell her मेरे पास कुछ नहीं है, मेरे को एक pizza दिला दे. If she buys you a pizza less than 200 rupees, then she's If she buys you a pizza over 200 rupees, then she's keeper. पीयूष जैसे लोगों के चलते इंडिया का नाम बदनाम है. But he did it to his friend, not to anybody from outside.
Almost could have lined up for Premi.
Yeah, it was.
He did it to his friend.
Now Nightfall online as well, so it's an easy way to try to get into that C site again. Talon, they don't have the traditional setups that you normally see with the ciphers or the Vice over by C. You have Sonic Sense.
Premi.
He's gonna get out with his life for now.
Talon looking to kind of maybe take the space around the door and go for a bit of a pinch, but
कैसे कैसे
smart
एडवाइस
moves right around the corner. They're gonna have to respect that for now.
भाई लड़की पटानी है भगानी नहीं है okay
Noxian.
I will give you
Great starting
simple
sequence.
advice
Even
yeah
with the Nightfall, yeah, you should
I'll
say
give you
it
simple
is
advice.
Dombi. He just checks for it immediately.
Okay.
That's the
Wait.
one at the entrance gone. Draws out a smoke from Primi as well. So we know Primi is still around
Wait,
the B
wait,
and C
wait.
site.
wait
And
I will
the
tell you,
Iron
I will
might
tell
be
you.
Still watching the backs as well. They have it procced and now just kind of baiting out the barrier match. So that does give them a little bit more spacing, a little bit more timing. To
Oh, he
possibly
broke
break
it.
through then.
And
Yeah,
there goes the
definitely
ult.
mark.
There were two people over by Rubble.
And
So
Dambi's
that's the
just
hit
got in.
Coming onto Nightfall, onto the site. Even if Primi was here, it's at max 2, maybe 3 people. We have the numbers advantage, and that's site given over. Do they try for the
And
middle
Dambi's
scam
just gonna
through the
sit for
wall?
CT.
Looks like it's just gonna be a nade combo, and the C's just barely not landing.
Still spike planted for Noxian. Dambi with the judge looking for the right position to play it.
See if they're able to get through lots of delay.
Oh,
Already set up
they
the
wanna
smoke
play him in the
set up
smoke?
for Dambi. He's
He
gonna
needs to
be
be
on
careful,
the
though.
angle, see if he can get the
Woo!
jump. He's ready for it. Reed's governor is mine. Sees the head of Primi as well, giving the positions, but Dambi gets taken down. And Talon, they
Ah,
are
Talon
just
played that
lead
very
with the
well.
trades.
Double swings,
Now
double
they're
swings,
looking,
double
where
swings.
could Ivy be for this grand
Oh!
final? He gets one kill.
Oh!
Now they know the location. He needs to peek out a bit
Oh!
more. He needs to battle through. He needs to find the shots. And
No,
Primi
nice
finds
try,
the
Ivy.
right timing to
Nice
answer
try.
back.
Yeah,
Been talking to a girl for 4 months, daily calls पर बात आज बताती है I lied and वो फेस किसी और का है मुझे हंसी आ गई क्या करूं wait what डेली कॉल्स पर बात आ कल बताती है I lied and वो फेस किसी और का है मुझे yo that is crazy What do you think of really young player? अरे बीच में ये ओके 15-16 डिमांड रहेगी वाला स्पोर्ट्स की कितनी तक इंडिया में एटलीस्ट थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा लेकिन हो जाएगा थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा एटलीस्ट अनदर 4 to maybe 5 years
Pushes them out. So much pressure. No.
Oh.
Answer.
Oh!
Great.
Oh my god destroyed
Trap.
deleted
Swings out and
sent
lands
home
that shot.
told to sit down got out
it was a judge and
smashed in the face slapped
possibly be
forced
split
out of
from
position
Noxian.
said GGWP
Talon
said
up and
you
around
didn't
there, maybe
WP
looking back into refill heaven, but everything's been blocked off now by the stars.
My glorious king EA got
Judge
eliminated.
gets
I
to the
mean,
spot.
Yeah, that's the weapon he
EG,
wants.
it was a
Now
difficult
Talon may
match. It was a
have
very
to hope
difficult
that
match.
Ban is able to pick up a kill or two, but he needs to put pressure.
Birthday
from
कब है
behind, so
तेरा
he
भाई
forces him to get
शौर्य?
through. They're trying to reposition. He gets one. Goes for the fast reload. Wants to make sure he has two. There's the swing out, and Ban's gonna get taken out. Meanwhile, Dambi's still alive with a judge. Able
Didn't have to
land it
go that
onto the
actually.
next target. Now entering the site, 2v3, no time.
They don't check the
for
smoke,
any
do they?
util. No,
Oh, they
not
do
much
check.
util
No,
left
they
in
don't check the
back.
smoke.
Cruz will go for the tap. Trying to drop
Oh
the
my
position.
god!
Clean with the sheriff. Takes off Primi's head.
Oh my god! These guys are so good!
Smoke and Nongshimo lead once again, 9-8.
You were right. We were in
मेरे
this spot
बकवास के
before.
चलते
Noxian
watching
comes
23 से
up with the
46 हो गया.
biggest
Thank
thrifty. Starts
you.
off with just the
Read my
sheriff shot from
second
Margaret,
last chat. भाई तू
but gets
second
nowhere.
last chat
I
भी
mean,
बोल दे.
so quick with the
It was
reactions
only
into
for
it.
a lesson. He was
Dambi
very
comes back in with the
very
judge. The
दिल
fact
फा
that they
काशिक.
managed to
What?
hold the site like this really throws Talon off. I mean, I was thinking about it.
Morning,
Primi,
Chintan.
had the ult, maybe could have gone aggressive to look for a pick, throw them off with some subversion of expectations, then come back in with the ult. But unfortunately, that did not quite come through, and Noxian was just able and ready to hold. And Kiri had the outlaw as well, but the ghost just took him down. Now,
Oh,
Outlaw
Margaret got
instead,
banned.
Margaret takes down Ban outside
They know they're
C.
pushing
Tries
B.
to push out a pivot.
Nice. Oh, okay. Trades are there, but these guys are alive. No problem. And the last guy is on A, which they have no idea about.
No, maybe not.
No, they know. They know.
Should've
No,
spoken
they
for
know.
that
He
reach,
used.
I was getting a little scared there, but as you mentioned,
Why
not
are
taking
they
it,
going back
finding that
B?
value
They know he
so
used
far
the
for
he
Talon
used
and
the haunt
Cruz
on
now,
A.
all alone once more. They hear his footsteps. He's happy
Yeah,
to send
GG.
the round. There's not much open that one, and Nongshim now slowly creeping away with the lead at 10.
FNS deserved it. He's washed. Yo,
Could it have
chill.
been
FNS is
Could it have
generational.
been
Okay.
that thrifty where Talon could have then cemented their lead because of this. Noxian really
Why did they push mid? It's an eco. They wanted to just take a fight and see if it works. That's why they pushed mid together.
With that not dead yet, Talon, you can go for something crazy, especially with all 5. But I would love to see.
Oh my god,
Premi
yeah, all
kind of
5.
being the
Bro,
shield,
all
when
5
it's
ults
a
here,
retake
4
or
ults
whatever
here.
else, even if it's just a
This is
scout, because
crazy.
you know he's generally good for the first shot.
Why isn't... I think if they lose this round, timeout. If they lose this round, if this becomes 11-8, then there's a timeout being coming. Called it.
Like that, but it's
For sure.
in the hands of Jit Boys. Not much chase potential, but man, he's still gonna survive. He still needs to survive that first hit. Prowler comes out. They're not quite chasing, still hiding away, Jit Boys. And now,
Oh, damn, he took him out before he could TP. And that's a big kill. That's a big kill. Now they can get away, but governors they can see. I like this extra control, but I think it's a little it's not gonna work out for them. They know it's A now, but A is only being guarded by 1. He's got 1 ult and he uses it. That's actually a very good ult. But Cruz is struggling.
They're trying to surround that A side, back up. Almost arriving on Talon, but they
Oh my god!
but it doesn't matter if Francis lands shots like that. Sight now opened up by sheer force. Dombey sliding through, gets the duel with Premi. Premi's gonna win out this time. High-low set up by Governor. Premi dropping down. They know they have to go fast. Showstopper online. Premi uses
That's a big kill.
Buys time for his teammates.
Oh, now they're gonna play around with Premi.
Has to go out for the kills. He needs to find him. Nongshim is just gonna wait it out. They don't want to give this fight, but they have to check the spike.
Oh my god.
Got him down.
Oh my god, Nongshim! Nongshim! Timeout now. If timeout is not called, it's a big problem. If they don't call a timeout, Talon has to call a timeout right now. Talon have to call a timeout right now. This is horrendous. This is horrendous. Oh my god, bro. Look at these shots, man.
Everything used on the side as well from Talon.
One wise man said, leave the game before the game leaves you. Bro, everyone on their team is fragging, bro. Like, holy shit.
The rest of the team are right now back into it. Talon tries to create a little bit more of that A pressure to hold.
They're so comfortable with each other. They don't need to call anything, just aim. They are. NS is top 4, maybe top. I feel like, honestly, if NS keep playing the way they are, they beat the next opponent. They honestly have a shout for. They have a shout for Masters Bangkok. They have a shout.
Double smokes and Premi being able to kind of 1v1 on lurks and things like that. Yeah, it can work out without the passive info from the Sentinel, but when you don't have that, you feel the need to have to push out somewhere eventually to take the fight to him and to make sure you have an advantage. But now Talon, they just have to hold defaults, relying on these sonic sensors being enough, which, by the way, Dombey's been very good at tripping with those jump outs.
Anyways, gets back into safety. Right now, just checking if there is any kind of a trap outside of B. They do note that it's a high-low setup. So then, maybe the mid-round call straight into C. They see that, all right, if there's 2 out to B, maybe it's just this ban around C and we can kind of trip those sonic sensors and go straight in. Baited out the grav net. And of course, Talon comes in with a quick rotation just in time as well. But then the Nightfall, annihilation from ban too.
Yeah, Dombey kind of left alone, but back has to arrive. Margaret's going to open up the shots first. Cruz goes for the trade, but there's the overdrive, and he is just running amok on that C site.
Bro, this is horror, bro. That should have been a timeout right there.
Looking to just hold.
That should have been a timeout.
Not aware if there is anyone further on the flank, but he will have to join up.
That should have been a timeout.
You give this up, it's map point, so Talon, they'll go for it, but it's not looking great.
That should have been a timeout, bro.
Tries to go for the swing out, finishes off the kill. Governor good for the first one.
Dombey finishes.
Knows the answer of 1, but he has no idea
I'll be right back, guys.
Keep watching. To peek out, gives an opportunity for the shorty, and Dombey with a 3K.
Just so darn strong with how he's able to execute it. Did so much work, so much due diligence checking out a lot of the spots. And after he spotted out that high-low setup, all right, C is the place to go. Has the execute for it. Ban did what he could with the annihilation, but again, still just not quite enough. They didn't have the numbers to really fight back and hold when the full force of Nongshim is breathing down your neck. Now map point, I should say, but also Talon with a bit of a half buy. They did not have enough economy for this final round.
Yeah, I mean, you have almost no util on Primi as well. It was just a one singular smoke, and you've just lost Governor. I mean, you have lost so much power. This judge has to find value. He gets one, but that's just gonna be it. Persia says, all right, that site opened up, boys. Let's go.
They didn't take a timeout even now?
Probably comes out. You know he's on the other side of the corner. Persia, he will
They didn't even take a timeout now?
already have space on the B
Yeah,
side.
this is done.
Nongshim is just
And whose
everywhere
map is this?
on
Okay,
Lotus.
Nongshim is my
So
friend.
quick and so fluid to take down B, but at least Cruz will be able to find that frag against Persia.
I
Maybe a
thought they
little
would take a
timing
timeout.
to Get back through blue door now, but at the same time, it's the two players from Namshin, Francis and Ivy, trying to hold up in elevated positions.
Frost gave up.
Spots.
One. See where the other is.
I mean, the
Ivy
players could call a timeout as well.
Now they
It's not just the
decide
coach
they
who has
are
to
just
call
gonna
it.
stick to it. They're trying to hide them away, and it's a 1v1. And Primi doesn't
It's not
lose
just Frost who has
those,
to call
as
it.
He will secure the round.
Players
give
can call it as
Talon
well.
Another chance.
Looks incredibly good when Primi is the last one alive, kind of devouring his teammate, allowing him to be that sacrificial lamb for him to then come back in with the trade. One-on-one, and he gets it for sure.
So basically, Quack in very nice words said that Primi is baiting. He basically said Primi is baiting.
Talon has to kind of keep up.
Just the way that
Listen to it,
Nongshim's
guys.
out
Listen
right
to it.
now with
Listen to it again.
Keep round one, and he gets it for sure. Extends Talon's back in, his teammate, allowing him to be that sacrificial
Be
lamb
that
for him
sacrificial
to
lamb.
then come back in with the trade.
And then come back in the trade. Basically, he's saying Primi is baiting.
A little bit quicker back into
He basically
the
says
game.
Primi
Governor
is
with the
baiting.
touch right around the door.
Nongshim's seen this before, so I don't think they're going to make the same mistake. He tries
Oh,
to spread out the angles,
damn
decides to
be.
find it. But do you expect second judge? Not quite, but they will battle through it.
Still with the numbers, able to come back into Swarm. Now it's just Cruz working alongside Primi.
Yeah, GG.
Cruz will be the
GG.
first ball. The next is going to be Primi. All that's left is just Ben. At map point, he's caught nothing but a judge.
It's not looking good for Ban. He was hoping, he was waiting that there would be a turnaround, a flank, whatever it might be.
Oh.
The shot, he gets a weapon.
Oh.
1v3. Margaret's low, so it is still doable.
Has GrabNet as well.
Now Nongshim just keeping spread out.
This is actually doable
Giving
if
him
he finds the right
space to
timings.
Clear every single angle. Spots the spike. He wants to clear out the obvious locations first. Finds one. Finds two.
Oh my god.
Quite the third. Francis has his teammates covered as Nongshim will rise once again on Lotus to lead the series 1-0.
13-9. They close it out in style. They close it out with speed and agility. So quick, so many times in these rounds.
GG.
They come in with that early pressure on the attacking half, into the A site, maybe the quick mid-round adaptation back into B, or whatever it is, somehow, one way or another, Talon is playing against the back foot. I mean, in that moment, Ben, it was such a tremendous effort. He took down 3 players, but the final one, Francis, just the final cherry on top, was able to come back and peek off contact.
I think the most
That was really good. That was a really good map
What
from
you should know from this is that okay,
Nongshim.
they played 42 rounds yesterday, so what, right? They come in, they're confident on it, they pick the map, they come in, and they're looking like they prepped against Talon as well. They're aware of how fast Talon was taking apart that C site, and they are defending their utility just to the bitter end of the earth. Sure, it was neck and neck, but if they didn't do that, that first half looks very different, and Talon's suddenly sitting much comfier going into that second half.
That is absolutely true. 7-5 from the first half.
Have you ever written any
Quite a
to this?
bit
No,
through.
actually.
Coming in for that second.
I was planning on ordering an eating.
Talon have been the ones picking up the pistol, so this is a very resilient.
People say it's decent. It's not that way.
strong Nongshim that shows that they have perseverance. Question is, how does that look for the upcoming map of Bind, which Talon has picked?
Yeah, Talon's been looking very good on that map, and while the desk has mentioned that Nongshim this year
Man City was Real Madrid.
for them,
Honestly,
it's not too good.
I have to say Real Madrid just this time because I don't think Man City are in the form to beat a team like Madrid.
That raise once again, but for now we'll send it over to our analyst to break down that Lotus.
And
Ask Riot to make
Casters
new league for
played
Korea.
out.
Why?
Nongshim can show the
It's fine the way it
entire
is.
Playbook, but it's still not enough for Talon to cross over that finish line there. Nongshim looked very much in order, and honestly, it could be because of that overtime, just getting all those reps in.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you say, I mean, that's definitely the flip side of Talon had a lot to watch, but Nongshim had a lot of practice. So I think, you could tell that they were still feeling good. They weren't worried about an anti-strat because they picked it again. They're going, look, we won an absolute insane map on this yesterday. If we can close that out, we can close anything out. And, fair play. They got it done in regulation this time. How nice for the rest of us here watching.
Yeah, I think there was pretty mixed results from Talon in that map. There were some rounds where it looked like they had fantastic reads and they knew exactly where Nongshim would be standing and what to do about it. And then they had some rounds where they were just running into a setup that they just countered and getting absolutely obliterated by it. So there wasn't a lot of consistency there in anything really for Talon outside of Primi's performance. I mean, whenever you put him on the cload, this guy gets his numbers.
Yeah, Primi played a
Chat
great
miss, what
game.
chat miss?
You know, there's a lot to talk about with Primi, but
Yeah,
I really
it's
like
on
him
top
this
chat,
mode.
I'll
I
make it
feel
live.
like it unlocks him nicely. He's allowed a nice amount of risk, especially because Jibboys is there with the extra smokes in case he needs it. But Francis on the other side,
You need
leading
check
the
Discord
game
server.
once again. He's having a
I already
huge
saw.
tournament.
You clipped it and put it. It's
He
okay. Maybe.
absolutely is, and I think you guys, one of you guys have him on your team.
Do you think Riot will give India
I
another slot in
think
next
he's involved.
franchising
In
term?
fact, he carried my team yesterday when
No
I got
idea.
almost 120
We have to
points.
earn it,
Both
honestly.
MVPs.
We haven't done anything great to
One of
get
them
our
was
franchise.
Francis, and it's a reason why I highlighted him. Like, if you go back to Nongshim in Ascension Jakarta, you go back to Nongshim in VCLKR Split 2, top players and with insane stats, Danby and Persia. You look at their stats this tournament, Francis is on top, and actually Ivy is doing a lot of heavy lifting as well, particularly in the clutch. So you're seeing Nongshim, once they've stepped into Tier 1, different players have different levels of performance.
Now you were talking about Persia, and in fact, just habits that are repeating over and over again.
Yeah, this is Primi. We can see Primi just going crazy the whole way through this game.
When is next franchising term?
You know, we speak a lot about his movement, we speak a lot
2027.
about his aim, but he is the lease of life for this Talon team, where I feel like he's trying to drag them over the line, but this map, it just wasn't quite enough.
Yeah, I mean, you see him always having his numbers, always getting consistent performances. They do run the double controllers on this map, Talon, so you could see that they had a lot of set plans where they want to throw a progression smoke outside of rubble or a progression smoke in towards C to help them get some space, and that was the case in this round. The grab net, the set plan with the progression smoke up on top of rubble, so no one can really TP up there and try to have any impact.
No, Koreans will make new league for them. Nah, man.
Like
We
you
can
said,
beat the
You
Koreans.
see rounds like this where, you know, Nongshim completely blasts them playing positions
I mean,
like this. Persia
to
and
be
Danby
fair, I
are
know
one
right
but
now
over on the
that
double side,
all
they're just
4
getting so
Korean
much
teams-
value. The way that they use the paranoia, the way that they cut Talon in half with the fast lane is beautiful to watch.
I mean, think about how the OT ended yesterday. It was Persia from
kind of
the
funny
6-0
that
spot, so we saw Talon had ideas
All
about how to
4
counter it,
Korean
but it
teams
didn't
are
always
still
work.
running right now.
No, and another
And
round.
possibly
You can
all
see
4
they've
Korean
always
teams could be in the
including
final. I mean, in the
and
top
the
4.
paranoia coming through from Talon, and Nongshim just go. No
All
pass,
4 Korean
from the
teams.
shadows, TPL, fast
There's
lane
2 here
down
already.
through the Hobbit hole,
One
and
will for
Vivian
sure
with
go
a
to
Hobbit
Masters.
kill and a Razor
And
just to
out
get
of
rubble
these
control,
2,
which I don't think they
one I
even
think will
utilized
qualify
to
here,
close
and
out that round.
I
think
am
they went into A and they lost the
convinced
round.
that
Yeah, I mean,
Genji
like I said,
might end up
credit to Nongshim.
paid
They knew
busting
what
out a
Talon
win
wanted
here.
to do, and they stuck to their
All
own
top
guns here.
4.
I didn't feel like Nongshim had changed a lot since yesterday, but it didn't feel like they needed to. They said,
Will Masters
"Hey,
ever
Talon,
happen in
bring
India?"
it on.
Yes, it
Well, however
definitely
you
will.
think you can beat us,
100% it
you
will.
really can't.
I mean, they picked this map.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you guys make a great point about A control in general. Even with all those overtimes, we didn't see a lot of A plays. And Francis here, continuing
Before
to
they
hold
did
the
have
fort.
separate league when they were
It's
Vision
just been
Strikers.
such an incredible
Twin, that
ideal
time
for
there
this
was
team.
challengers.
If
Everybody
there's
directly
any
qualified
consistency on here,
from challengers
with
to
all the
masters, so
experience
there
and
was no
Persia
league
kinda
per se.
leading the charge for this team. Now, it's been, it's kind of funny that you can have the entire playbook, but you can't memorize all the tricks. And I think this goes maybe to your point, Pilsky. You've been talking about all the different comps.
You watch
that
UFC or
Talon
F1?
has, all the
I
different
watch
strats
F1
that go with
sometimes.
all these different comps.
UFC
Again,
not
it's a
bad.
lot for these players to absorb, and when you're in the heat of that moment, how do you
VCLSA is
remember all
probably
that?
end
I
of
think this is
February
maybe
or
part of
March
the
first
problem
week.
that's been happening for Talon.
Yeah, flexibility is key when you're building a team. You want players that can play lots, and you ideally want players that can remember lots. Different teams respond differently to different levels of anti-strat. So what you'll often see is the coach will talk a lot more to the IGL. They give a lot more to the IGL to remember, and then like, you know, your star, your duelist players, you want them to be unburdened, and they're let a little bit more loose. But that's the whole idea of, even if they got to watch all the 42 rounds, you can't remember everything.
Yeah.
So you just want to pick out a few key points. We saw the A control there. I think the A control was the key point that Talon were trying to win on. But if they don't manage to actually execute that plan, and then you don't have those other depth, the other layers to the anti-strat, because you don't have the players that can remember that, then that's when you might get in a little bit of trouble.
Now, I want to talk about the next map. It is Bind. Talon looked phenomenal on Bind the other day. They looked like they just really had it nailed down. Nongshim, on the other hand, as Will Chobar was pointing out, Dammy's gonna go back on the race.
Well, yeah, he is. I mean, he was on the Neon previously. They've iterated, like, their initial comp was the Cypher Deadlock with the Neon, and it was such an iconic comp, and a lot of teams even copied that, and it became a mini meta on Bind in particular. They
What
haven't
is
looked
live?
as
You
good since they had that comp, not only
watching
in
Team
terms of
PSG
stepping up
versus
into
Data
Tier 1
Sony.
and playing
Is it?
strong
Or just
opponents,
secret?
but also they don't really look like themselves.
It is what it is,
They don't
Prato.
make as many plays. On defense, when they used to play in Ascension Jakarta, it would be like Prowler goes out.
Just
there,
all team to a
does
lot of
a
people.
relay bolt, and they
But
kill
Secret
everyone
was
on
just,
defense and making aggressive plays. On,
mid-team coming into this
currently,
tournament. So.
you see them just sit back, like they're just sitting back in the A site and letting the other team execute in there, and then trying to go for some standard-looking retakes. So it doesn't even really look like the Nongshim.
Who do you
that
think
I
G should play in the
remember
opening
when
match
they're
with
playing
stage
at the
1?
moment. I think they really need to rediscover their identity.
Honestly,
and the way that they play this map, and maybe some
DFM.
of that is being limited by composition change and Neon nerfs. Whereas Talon, they are playing a very util-heavy
We
style
can
at
beat
the
them.
moment, and they are playing the Deadlock as well, and it looked beautiful against
saw
T1.
Bracket League for
Like,
stage
their
1?
game
No.
plan looked amazing.
It was rock solid. We were
Somebody send it to me on
we were
Twitter.
so impressed with
I'll
how
have a
Talon
look.
played that bind. It feels like they were able to dismantle T1 so easily.
When you watch a game as a former coach, and I was talking to you about this, and you watch it from the armchair position, you can see the whole minimap, and you still
What's up,
go,
Zortrex?
how do you even attack
There's
that?
been
Like, how
okay
do you
so
even
far.
attack into that? That's when you know something is just fundamentally sound and
So
really, really
has Twitter
solid,
just
because,
stopped working
like, I
on
couldn't even, with all the perfect information, really
browser,
think of a
like,
game
what the
plan
fuck?
that would actually work against what Talon was doing on defense.
I'll be very interested to see what Nongshim tried to cook up, because now, you know, Talon have shown this map, so there will be that extra layer to it, but I think it's going to be hard to stop. I'm still feeling okay about my Talon pick.
Genji G
I'm
in
really
same bracket.
expecting them to take Bind here, because they looked so comfortable on it the other day.
Yeah, I mean, you guys were saying in the green room, I don't know how we would defend against this. Governor flying in, especially on the attacker side.
I didn't see
I
that.
think one thing though that Talon
When
absolutely
will we
is coming
see
with this is
Patrick
confidence.
who?
They cannot be shaken
I
by the
hope in
first
stage 1.
map, because the way they play on Bind, you need confidence.
Do you know
for
much
that,
about
the
him
way
before
how
G?
that
I knew that he
is.
played for
This is something
VLT
that
a little
you
bit.
have to reset a
That's
bit
about
and
it. I didn't know him
really
before that.
remember how well they played on Bind.
What's
think
with
the
Medley Sports? Will they come
defense
before
is,
VCS Split
for
1? I
Talon
actually
is
have
very
absolutely no
difficult
idea.
to deal with as
I'll have to
Nongshim.
ask.
On the attacking side, they just tend to send Governor in. He hard entries.
I'll have to
when
ask the
he
boy.
gets space or gets entries. It's very difficult.
Kabir.
Basically, if Talon gets into a post plant, it's going to be very difficult for Nongshim. So that's why, like I said,
I'm always
I wanna
confused
see them
about
make plays.
this
I
to
wanna see them get in
explain,
Talon's
please.
face and
Explain
slow down
what?
that snowball before it gets out of control.
If there's any Indian
Well,
roster from India
let's
code
see if
Ascension and
Nongshim has
VCD,
cooked
what do you think
something
G will
up
stop
a
getting
little
hate?
different, and they have. They're
Back on the
bringing
neon.
it back on the neon.
I don't know. Hate will never stop.
No,
Hate is forever.
no deadlock for
Nobody
Nongshim.
will stop
Something like
hating.
this is-
People will always find
Deadlock
reasons to
timing
hate.
was patented for
But
Nongshim. They ran it so
you
much,
should
they
just look
really
at the
popularized that comp.
future
Now
and
we're
just
seeing
keep
a
moving on.
real hard switch away back to the neon for Danby and taking it old school with the Viper.
Yeah, and we've seen Nongshim do this time and time again. They've been doing it on Lotus. They mentioned it on the cast. Incremental changes of
Last year
agents,
G was
map to
criticized for
map
having
to
one
map, and
controller
this is
unbind. He
another
said
example
everyone is
of
running
it.
single controller.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
I'm glad to see you guys are
Aditya,
pointing out
but
this
last
is
year the
something
single
that the
controller
Nongshim
was
needed
Viper.
to fix, and it looks like they've adjusted
People run
accordingly.
single
This is
controllers
gonna
with
be a
Brim,
very
it's
exciting
fine. With
match
Omen,
of
it's fine.
Bind. We're
With
gonna go back
Clove,
to our
it's fine.
Cobra and Quack to take it away.
You cannot run single controller Viper on bind.
Bind with a new composition once again from Nongshim. Loving the neon coming back. A lot of fans have been saying, I mean, Domby just looks so good on the neon. Just keep him on the neon. It's paired up with that fade also. That's already a really good combo for them. But now the Vice and then the Viper. I am curious if this is specifically against Talon just because they're running that double initiator or not. But for now, it's just a straight up brawl here in Bats.
In with the Grafnet 2 already.
Oh my god.
Pickups for Talon. Ben on the other side of A short as well. They just barreled all the way through into the A site.
Now I'm just curious.
Three of the guys are
If
low.
Talon just played Bind all 3 maps. Would they just beat every team in Pacific? Because they look so confident. I mean, sure, it's a pistol and you can come in with a set play and things like that, but it's already just a steamroll through the site. Cruz and Primi very low, but that shouldn't really stop them. Obviously, Cruz far out from the site as well. There's that barrier mesh. Again, we talk about it every time on the pistol round. It is just going to be not a mesh anymore, just a straight up barrier itself, as Nongshim finally being allowed to get back into the site.
Okay, Frenzy maybe to launch an assault from Lamps, but he saw 2 players already. It's already a tough spot. Tries to go for spray transfer. Not quite the SMG or anything like that.
Ah,
so
yeah.
unfortunately falls, and Persia jumping into the smoke. Easy shot for Primi back there. I mean, yeah, this is just Talon feeling really confident and
Golo guys
fearless.
running hard.
Yeah, we'll see if that can continue, because, again,
They don't
we
have
just
four
talked about
Prakas
when they
Korak,
played T1, they just looked
Nice.
like an absolutely different team here in Bind. The game
I'm
plan
glad
was
he's ending.
solid. Everyone was executing exactly, seemingly, as they had practiced. All the shots were landing. If they can do that again,
He is the
surely
best
we
we
see
have.
yet another map 3 now between these two teams.
Close it 13-4 against T1. That's something to say for sure. At the same time, yeah, thinking about the Nongshim composition, right? You definitely want to see a little bit more from it. So right now, Toxic.
I'm
Stream,
really
Wildcard,
glad
Hookah, as well
they
as
switched
Mario.
Dambi back to
Got
Neon.
Pros on the other side.
Yeah,
Best decision ever.
As that passive info kind
They don't need the risk.
the main. They're seeing all this.
They have
utility
never
come
needed the
through,
risk.
So Nongshim will just stand by, trying to hold on to elbow so they have at least 2 different ways of attacking on the retake. But with the Barrier Mesh, Ivy, you got nowhere really to go. Just trying to cut up an advantageous angle.
Oh, he still jiggles though, so at least notes that there are players inside of elbow hunting him down. Meanwhile, the rest of Nongshim trying to take a little bit more space back out to Hookah as well as Be Long. He cannot last for too long. Ban takes out the player by Be Long. The rest of them trying to flood back in from Hookah, but not quite getting the spike to halfway.
Yeah, simple, easy.
Moshpit comes back out. Ban
Golo was
spends
good.
shots
Juvenile
in,
told you the top
and of
performance
course,
selection
picks
is
up
Pape.
a
Yeah, obviously.
flawless
He
second
said that, I
round.
remember.
It's just
But even he
sliding in
wasn't.
there to try to go for the defuse.
Unfortunately, he's
I don't
just
really think there was anything quite masking
not
the sound,
there
but
just
hey,
yet.
I'll respect it. You already think the round
He
is gonna
hopefully
gone
will
either way
get
anyway.
there,
You see what you can
but
get
he's not there
with all
just
the double
yet.
smokes, triple smokes used
But
by
right now, he's the
version.
best we have.
Mask your
Golo is
entry,
the best
at
we
least
have.
throw out some extra utility as well. So you take what you can get, but Talon, flawless, starting to snowball forward. That's something we're noticing a lot. I mean, if you know what you're doing, you get this pistol. We've seen a lot of bonus conversions throughout all the regions this time in kickoff. See if Talon can run away with it.
Looking for it. They did get the opening pistol against T1. They got the previous pistols against Nongshim on the previous map as well. So now Fearless continuing for it with that kind of style. It's Governor straight into lamps.
It's going to be a fake, and they just bait out the ult, or they wait so patiently. The spike's always been on the B side. Now TP across. You still leave a lurker as well. Premi going to try to find a shot, but oh, he's distracted by the Neon running across. Now back up just barely around the sheer wall. Does its job. You're allowed to get rid of Little Bro, and now the attack has been stopped. Spike just stranded in the middle of the site. Nongshim trying to fight to make sure they defend this round.
See, now this is maybe why you don't see the deadlock in Nongshim's current composition. That Vi is providing all that all that stall
He's already going to say.
potential up around the B
Bro
side.
doesn't have.
It was a good fake. It was a good plan from Talon, but unfortunately the execution got completely
Oh!
thwarted by Nongshim and their setup.
He wants to flank
Yeah,
them all
it's
the
very
way.
interesting because a
Oh,
big part of
honestly,
the
I like it.
Nongshim was a lot
Big
of
brain
those kind of
cruise.
long-range combo plays, the
Ah,
lineups, things like that.
now he's being
You have
expected.
Margaret kind of on a timer, on a swivel, watching their backs. Persia's already watching the jump out from.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay. Cruz gonna win that. Cruz has a chance to get all the way up close to his Nightfall, which would be a huge success even if he can't get the bonus round win. This is already so much damage done against Nongshim.
20 seconds left.
Double peek out. Cruz waits for
Oh
it,
my God.
and he lands a third, and that's now 1 point away from his Nightfall. So even though
Still
Nongshim,
good.
gets away with their life, just barely
Interesting
in
how
the
rank
round,
meta is different
that's
for
everything
different
Talon could've
regions.
wanted.
One time I had 2 Chinese players
So,
playing with me for
not
a
the
few
worst
days.
thing in the world.
They want Brim and Viper for
would've
most
been
maps.
really, really nice, but yeah, you can
I mean,
really
yeah,
see
everybody
again
has
this
different
composition
ideologies,
going
no? How
forward
they want to
and
play, what they
Nongshim are
think.
able to play around it. You know, I think the idea is also partly that Dambi is that sword, and he's on the Neon.
What is your role at GE?
Then Ivy, Margaret,
A little too
and
late
the
to be
rest of
asking
Team
that.
Persia as well.
I
They're
am a
running with that
content and
shield.
operations
You know,
associate.
a lot of stalling
I do
with
content.
the Viper, the Brim.
I
as
do other
as
things as
Vibes.
well.
Yeah, they're able to continue that setup. It's still a util dump over by the B side just to hold on. Now just a hero rifle for Ivy carried over. And a Bucky for Margaret holding A short. So they go for a fast push out of showers. Now they will continue to clear out other parts of the map. Talon happy to just wait. Cruz wondering if they're going to push out. And
They're gonna
Nongshim's
wait
thinking
for
about it. They
the
don't really have
TP
too many
player, right?
options, right? They've already kind of invested
But
to
no.
say that we are going to push out of A. Cruz just cuts the angle.
Oh my God,
almost
nice
gets on to
control.
do. But he does let Chip Boys know that there are more members on A.
He's looking to use that to abuse and cut off the rotations. That's 2 kills already. In with the Bucky. Unfortunately, it whiffs. Chip Boys collects on the triple. And all that's left is just Ivy, the hero rifle. But the spike also going down now. Feeling that pressure, Ivy just tries to hold the angle.
Yeah, Ivy knows they got up close because he heard the footsteps, so he's going to try to swing out. He actually gets
Yeah, yeah.
both!
Yeah.
Nice and calm. suddenly making this a 1v2. The barrier mesh does make it a bit simpler for Talon.
My God.
Does Ivy still go for this? You do have the creds across the board, so absolutely a worthy shot.
It's got the flash as well, Steel Garden, but angle.
Oh, just gets picked off by Primi mid-air. Not able to find
जी
the
वालों ने
early
टिकट
shot.
वालों ने
Talon now leading
टिकट भेजा
3-1.
सॉल्व करना है भाई.
The fact that
Not yet. I will go hopefully. Hopefully
that's
soon enough.
chef's kiss. That's Primi right there. But at the same time, I mean, the entire round, the fact that Talon kind of set themselves up in this way, this fashion, knowing a bit of an anti-eco coming through, Cruz being able to hold and retrieve information, at least gets away with that one kill and picks up the Nightfall for the next round, mind you. But at the same time,
What a shot,
feeds
Primi.
the information over to Jit Boys. That's such big value.
So far, the bulk of that delay util being set up on B not quite working out. They also don't have that toxic screen successfully going all the way through towards Bats as well, so you always need members here. The relay boat's not going to hit Dumby. You need to realize that. He doesn't quite set up the
What?
Almost gets the double nonetheless, but they will eventually get the pinch. Two people still in showers. Talon will need to fight through this if they want some space. They don't get it anymore, so it's a push out to back sight, and it is going to be an instant surround for Nungshim to answer right back.
Ivy with the Steel Garden, a little bit extra security as well. I don't know if it was necessary, but why not? I mean, they just managed to sweep that round right underneath from Talon. Talon comes in with a strong and fast execute. I think they had the thrash as well, right, from A-Short. But just as...
Why did they commit the thrash so early?
Showers, there was that little bit of a TP play coming from the rest of the team as well. They were just so quick to respond.
This guy is so crazy.
I mean, despite, some of that util not landing, Dombi still buys enough time for everyone to come in for this round, and then Nongshim reading that, hey, we just need to hold the backside. We just need to make sure that they don't expand that reach further.
You commit the this thing, thrash, like as if it's going to actually do something, but it gets cut off right here. You don't even send it to U-Haul.
It has looked like it.
Oh, Dambi.
Shot, but not going to land on the head. And Dombi will get away with his life. Draws out the grab net against Talon's eco here, just with that Hero Guardian.
Oh, okay. A little bit of slight whiff, but
nice shot.
Just in time to take Cruz down.
Oh, Ban gets one trade.
But Ban still holding that long angle. I mean, Nongshim not quite covering for their teammates and perhaps not expecting the Guardian coming out either. They are going to pay for that. So now the full stack, you already have Francis covering Fountain on the other side of the map. So the three members of Nongshim here, just looking for the trades against each other. Pain Shells pushes him out. Persian.
Oh!
He gets caught just in the last second by the Annihilation. Dombi relay boat. Does he push out? It's a timing pinch from either side, but only Ivy surviving. Maybe that's just enough. Takes down more members. It's just down to Jip Boys. Goes across the Cosmic Divide. He spawns him. Ivy looking for the fight. Jit Boys, he's
nicely done.
Hot spotted at full health. Jit Boys, the timing on the beat. Francis baits him out with the tap. Jit Boys is just going to hold true. He gets the timing. Waits for Francis to check the 50-50, and Jit Boys will get
the amazing
clutch.
Oh, that's a great clutch from Jit Boys.
What a round for both teams.
I think Nongshim call a timeout now.
Are going to be the ones to really bring it across the finishing line. And this,
if not this round, if they lose the next,
I mean,
Nongshim call a timeout.
But it's a lot of info being gained, and the way Ben was able to hold that long angle, getting a spam through, just so much information at hand, but it's down to some of these micro movements in place. I want to note how Ivy went in for the huge wide swing and stopped just in time to hold the angle, and at the same time for Jit Boys to go with the crouch peek on the one-on-one. So good. Next round comes in, and this time it's Nongshim to hold showers once again. There's just a bit of a talk on the other end, but Francis.
Oh, wow.
He does thread the needle still.
What a shot.
A nice clean shot, and that is something that you've needed, because if you're going to spend the smokes over by showers to deny information, you got to make sure you have a little bit more proactive information over by that B side. You can start to retreat because you still have the toxic screen, you still have that sheer wall, but we'll see how else it works out. Now looking at it, it does seem like they're purposely placing that toxic screen to basically act as that smoke that denies the jump peak on the sheer wall. So giving up Showers control, Showers value for that extra one, but the timing was so good on the poison orb, but the shots maybe not so much.
Damn is giving them warning shots.
Does have a get out of jail card, so trying to work around with it, avoids the Nightfall, which is a bit of value as well. Orbital Strike comes in.
Oh my god, Jit Boys.
Through the smoke, he does find one onto Dombi.
And Governor's got B.
For the trade, they get the read that it's a B hit at the end of it all, so Francis is here and ready to receive.
Yeah, he's just waiting. He dodges all the util.
But elbow.
Seconds, but
they're not aware of elbow. They don't even need elbow because Mimi shits down everybody.
Two headshots back to back. then the barrier mesh, and Talon look to secure another round. It is Persia, so we'd have to wait and see. But yeah, if you have to go through the barrier mesh, he says, you know what, this isn't worth trying. I'm just gonna get picked apart. Governor's one away from his showstopper. We don't want to.
PRX, what PRX, bro? PRX is
I'm so
gone.
sorry, Chopra.
It's
I
done.
gotta apologize. I'm
This
getting
guy's always hitting. Man,
overexcited
should I not have my
because
lunch?
You
The
just
fuck?
have these moments where Talon has the setup.
I
It's
just had my
set right
lunch.
there for Governor to come back in on the timing through with the off angle from elbow, but Primi gets the shots.
I mean, when you have Primi,
What?
it's really just an insurance plan that you never really have to cash out on.
Oh my god.
Just great, clean shots. But the adjustment that Nongja made, honestly, in my head, I was thinking you kind of have to do the same thing. You purposely have a Viper and a Brim. You got to use those Brim smokes at least
be right
one,
back.
a little bit more aggressive to deny that information, because the other side, they can cycle through a lot of that early active info, whether it's Prowlers, Han, Dizzy used to make sure that they can inch forward and then launch an all-out attack on these attacking rounds. So this time they correctly push out of showers with that. They even go for the peek from Francis. He's waiting for it, gets the kill. You've still got the info, but then dragged across, and Talon still had the backup plan for the rotate. So that will call for the timeout, where it's up to the coaches of Nongshim, Silkanon and Val Analysis, to try to give a solution.
Yeah, I gotta figure it out. I mean, they did go for that early Sky Smoke outside of Bats. Maybe this time you want to look at something outside of A-Short a little bit more as well. I mean, this is where you really think, you know, you're using that toxic screen to really block off Garden as well as Hookah, right? But maybe you still do want to kind of need it for that toxic screen that goes through teleporter outside of showers. Then you can maybe use the Brimstone for something else. But just kind of throwing some possible solutions there. Not quite sure what they're looking at exactly.
Honestly, I think a decent adjustment would be to move the shear wall over to a short. Now that one can be jumped over, but then you pair it still with the poison cloud, and you still have some way that one's not easy to just jump peek for free, because it's going to be diagonal. You have to peek out way wide. You're able to spot it from heaven. Obviously, you might get smoked off, but that's a consideration to have. But for now, it looks like it's still going to be that.
Can G win against Paper X? Yes.
A little bit of a difference
Yes.
since the shear wall I don't think is there. We'll have to wait and check. Yeah, not
RGX Karambit or River Karambit? Honestly, I would go for.
For now, it is a bit of a half buy.
Yeah, just to push out.
I love the RGX Karambit.
That hero rifle on Persia. That's what they want to set up for. It's the scout and then the double peek, triple peek.
Oh my god, here they go. They've got two there. That's big. And they won't think that Ivy's here.
They have to just give up the weapons.
They won't think that Ivy's here.
Starting things off with a little bit of a read, but it is Ivy isolated on the A.
Now they know Ivy's here.
Try to hold lamps for dear life. Spots out Cruz on a swivel,
But they have weapons.
Cruz is able to sweep
They have weapons. They have Guardian. They have Phantom.
shots. The rest of the team just trying to rotate on over.
Yeah, Dambi arriving just in time to make sure that at the very least he pushes the back away from the back of sight. That's going to tag two people, so you know two are trapped here. Showstopper comes out for a counter.
L take, L test. No. I said I really like the RGX Karambit, but Reaver just. The Reaver is probably better. The Reaver Karambit is really good. It's very clean. I just like the way the RGX Karambit makes sound.
Governor able to tag and spray him down. Jitboy still holding on the off angle, but no, in Astral form, he gets caught by the Sheriff. Now the rest of the team continues on with their onslaught. Jumping right click into Governor. Cruz has to hold it up from Cubby, but no!
Nice try.
With the spray,
Nice try,
the spike
Nongshim.
goes off. Unfortunately, still around for Talon.
Yeah, Talon delays just long enough, and I love that.
Bro, I had no pressure. He folded. No, I genuinely love the Reaver Karambit. I just like the way the RGX makes sound. I just like the RGX sound.
But you still think, okay, we have a chance because we had them trapped up over by lamps, and we should be able to just use this neon, as we often do, as that bait. But this time, just not enough movement available for Dami as he's stuck up against that wall. It's a nice clean shot from Governor that shuts down the speed of that reach and buys enough time for Cruz to just delay them. That's going to be the 10th clutch for him here in BCT Pacific, but no time to celebrate as we move right on in. Judge at the ready, Cosmic Divide right off the bat. And this means Talon, they're not really going to care about showers at all for the time being.
Yeah, they're happy to just work their way around the A site without the showers control. Nongshim are the ones who have to kind of work the angles around. It's not going to be easy, man. At the other time, it's going to be Ivy up around towards maybe the backside of Spawn or Heaven. Margaret trying to kind of launch a bit of a flank through.
Ban has to get this. Ban has to get the win, and he will. That means the rest of his teammates can still watch for that. Ban can still create that crossfire. It's going to be a lot of delay. There's the as well. I love it. Just a proactivity just to buy some time. You don't need to greed for the kills because otherwise they still have to deal with
Oh my god.
delay over on the spike.
No, that's just not gonna work.
Here on the flank.
Oh wait, it works! It works!
With the Phantom. Governor all alone. Stops it at half.
Has the judge.
Timing. He get no.
Oh my god, he saves him!
Landed.
What?
Persia will snipe him out on the jump.
What
And it
T1
will
does
be
differently?
Nongshim
Number one, they've got
turn.
crazy good aimers.
Scratching my head.
Number
Oh
two,
my
I
God.
think that their
Sides are
compositions
fighting neck and neck.
play
I mean,
really
Talon
well into their
is
game style, and
scoring
which is
now, but
just
Nongshim able
kind
to
of.
strike back in this
I've
round.
not watched T1 that much, but as much as I've watched them, I know that they like playing a little proactive. They go a push and pull system most likely on, especially on defense, where they push one side, they wait for it, they go back, then they push the other side, they wait for it, they go back.
Now the next round comes back in. Talon looking to come back through.
But it's mostly just the fact that all of them aim together and they aim really well.
That trade against Governor.
Yeah, it does seem like Talon is getting more and more ready for these multi-swings, but at the end of the day, it's just still too many people. Governor was clean for one, but yeah, here is that adjustment. Cruz not able to make it across, but he says, all right, come fight me. I'm stuck here with you, but it doesn't quite matter. There's Dombi. He realizes
What the?
Around, and it's just too late. Chip Boys and Cruz will draw all the attention. They'll go deep with the stars to mask all the information, and the spike will be delivered to the A site.
Bit of a prowler from Cruz to check as well, but the spike, yes, at the end of it does go down. It's 2 players from Nongshim against 4 from Talon. Not an easy retake, might just be the save.
Yeah, you consider the credit situation.
Can G play like them? No, they're a different team.
Strike and get out with his life. It's going to be a little dicey. No, if you trade it with Primizel,
Should Riot add a system in Pro and Ranked where you could change your agent with your teammates once in the whole map? That's a very interesting take, but no, Aditya, that will cause a lot of chaos. To even remotely attempt something like that is a humongous thing. These guys are not able to perfect a replay system. Replay system is giving them so much trouble.
Just a bit of theory here going into the.
You think that is a possibility?
Has a lot of retake potential. It can stall with a deadlock as well. Meanwhile, for Nongshim, you know, this is a really defensive composition with the double controller as well as Ivy on the Vi. So you would think that they need more rounds on their defensive half as well. But then again, they've got Dombi, so who knows?
Yeah, I mean, even on the attack, obviously you can still have, especially if you're playing half contact as well.
I'd say if this becomes 8-4, 8-4 is a great half for, not great half, is a great half for Talon and an okay half for Nongshim, because these guys are just not good on bind for some reason.
Even Brimstone to a certain extent. And so with that switch now, with the screen going through that teleporter, as we talked about during that timeout, as I mentioned,
All 4 long, one towards hookah. Oh, they spotted. Oh my god, Margaret.
That shuts down A side pretty much. For all the delay possible, you just have to hold on. The toxic
Margaret.
screen,
Okay, he gets one. He gets one and he's done enough. Nah, Dambi. What's Dambi doing, man? Gone again. Gone but not forgotten.
They're carrying forward with that steel confidence as well. I mean, Talon not really slowing down. Cruz, unfortunately, will be the one.
I really love the fact that Talon are just like brute forcing their way. They're like, go, go, go. Don't stop. Take first contact and burst out on contact.
Does get dinked though. It has to kind of throw it out of the mosh pit to buy a little bit more time and save.
Basically burst out. Oh, they miss each other. They miss each other. No, Ivy gets him. Nice. Oh my god, Pasha. Well done, Jit Boys. Jit Boys has been very, very important for Talon this map. Will Patrick who be able to play in VCD split 2? I mean, he'll play split 1 also, hopefully. He's allowed. Obviously, he's allowed to play. He will be able to play. It's just that he should be there. Do you watch WestJet? I see a couple of his videos. Will G get more aggro if Patrick gets his visa? Yes. Will be hyper proactive. Not hyper, but will be a lot more proactive.
Governor back in with the judge as well. You know, they're just happy to keep going in with that quick-paced hit. So maybe looking for the A-Shard execute again, but here's that Shiro.
Oh my god!
Block them off for the time being. Steel Guard immediately.
No, push, yeah!
As well.
No, Jit boys!
Jit boys from the back. The trades were so good. Baits out the ultimate, potentially being out the Shiro. Governor immediately takes a U-turn, and the long-range guns from back aren't.
Oh, nice shot,
Steel
Francis.
Guard, but Francis, nice and clean with it. Dombi extends, resets the fight. There's the relay bolt. But
My God.
Governor's ready for it. He's had that judge. He was waiting to serve Dombi a bit of his own medicine.
How you like them apples? Francis and Margaret now. One from the front, one from the back. But still nonetheless noted by Talon. Goes in for a bit of burst by the attention.
He's got no idea the Governor's creeping up behind him.
But at the same time,
And he
Chris
won't
Silver
even
to
check
turn
it.
around.
And it's
Oh, Margaret,
GG.
so many more targets.
No!
Goes
Oh
for
my
the
god,
one.
Governor!
Comes Primi right from underneath heaven.
Hagas.
Talon ends the first half 9-3.
Yeah, we're just gonna chalk that up to playing bait for Primi there from Governor. We're
Get a
not gonna read
massive
into that one too much, but
toe
I mean,
taper
the
fade.
play
What is
here,
a
the
toe
call,
taper
it is
fade?
so good, and Governor, whether it was always meant to be the play or whether it's just a quick reaction, it doesn't matter because it's so good.
How old is Patrick? He's very young and allow players below 8. He is 18. Patrick is 18. Did your life change now that there is no tax up to 12 lakhs? I mean, technically, yeah. Technically, yes. It is pretty good that there's no tax up to 12 lakhs. I am under that bracket. I am a little more deep in that bracket, but yeah.
To their own game plan, they're going in this head fast and strong, especially on the attacking half. It does feel as though there's very little that can stop them. They're keeping true to their game plan of getting the spike down and holding a lot of fort space up against Nongshim as well. So this is where I start to worry a little bit. How does this composition look for Nongshim once they swap sides?
Well, some Dombi fans, as he's been getting a lot of fans around the world, win or lose. People love watching this guy play. But if you can't make it through the best of 3 today, that is the end of the kickoff run for either of these teams. And you can see Dombi feeling that pressure.
Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If you are also benefited by it, congratulations to you too. Who is better, the duelist, Patrick or Yudotan? Honestly, both are really good. Yudo's been a duelist. He's more experienced. But Patrick is like brute force, unfazed, completely unafraid of anything. So
If we will even see that third map on split, start things off. Nongshim a little bit fanned out across the map.
Now and it's just a complete surround. All they want is one, and they'll get it for free. Primi still good for it. Okay, the Baramish goes up, so he's still gonna buy a lot of time. Now,
oh wait, Margaret is in.
Not sure if they heard, not sure if they saw, or if it's just a reclear, but it's gonna be a great wide swing, that's for sure.
That's
and
very
now
good.
Talon leading in numbers 4-2.
Again, it's a
No, they're
4v2.
just gonna split
Bro,
up
how many
once.
times in the last couple of rounds has it just been a 4v2? You just can't do anything against this team on Bind.
Space for them to have to re-clear. Ivy going to work on that delay. He can use that on a timing, and that's going to start to pressure Nongshim or Talon quite a bit on this retake. So Cruz creeping in. He should find Persia. Yeah, they set next against each other. And now he turns around, and that should be the call. Ivy now stuck on the
Nice
side.
try. That's very difficult. Is it an upgrade compared to Darion? I would say so, yes. I would say so, yeah.
That should inspire quite a bit of confidence for the Talon fans out there. But at the same time, Nongshim just trying to
Darion's really good. He's a great player, but the players that we originally got were honestly better.
Against Cruz as well, but at the same time, I think a lot of the Talon players have been showing a lot more potential, a lot more to that gameplay as well right now. I mean, Cruz namely finding a lot more frags. At the same time, Governor is just playing for the team.
Another double judge as well against Dombi's Neon here on the anti-eco, and another outlaw for Governor, which he was finding a lot of value with against T1. Set up for again. There's the Prowler, gets cleared for him. Well, they know he's stuck. Could just go for the spam through the wall. You know the Seize is there. And
yeah, well done.
True to his faith, lands
Simple, easy. This is gonna be most likely 13-5.
he'll have to rejoin, but
13-5
on this
at
spot here
best.
from Nongshim, it's not looking great.
Still okay for now. Primi to hold out Garden.
Oh, the grab net timing so good as well. And now Ban just needs to wait. It is a bit of a tricky angle. He has to make sure he lands the timing, and he'll just get the shots right onto Margaret. The Sonic Sensor doing its job.
Nongshim gets on the site, but
Oh,
not
Dambi.
really stick it through. They're gonna
Nice
try to
shot.
get inside of the two, but okay, Dambi takes out Ban. Might have a big pickup.
Ooh,
too.
Ivy.
With the Guardian shot towards elbow, though. That does even out the odds a little.
Persia resets. You've already closed off the other side with the judge. Ivy, he needs to win these fights. He's waiting for the double swing out, but it's okay. Dombi gets it on the other side. Dombi's going for
Oh, Dambi.
the slide.
He's back.
The double pump.
He's
Dombi
back.
gets the 4K to keep Nongshim
He
in
is
the
back.
game.
Hello, Tanai.
You have four pistols. You have four pistols. It's just Dambi.
Why there's nothing new in the game? What do you mean?
Able to strike back against him. Ban tried to do his best to really hold, but down to the Stinger coming back with the assault.
I mean, now every 2 months the map pool is going to change, so that's something new in the game.
Down to it, even though
There's a new initiator that's new in the game.
somehow Dambi still finds the
What
range
else?
on the
Deadlock
judge.
changes are coming.
I mean,
Harbor
crazy
changes are
is
coming.
his talent.
That's gonna be
Listen,
new in the
they had
game.
to make the choice of, okay, do we close the gap or not? But Dombi
What the
does
fuck
as
is
well.
Cruz
Doesn't
doing?
matter. I know you guys have tripped a little bit. Meanwhile, double kills across the map. Margaret and Francis getting one each at long
New.
range, punishing
You
Talon.
want new map.
For that previous round, no buys on the side of Talon.
When is the
Just
next
3
night market?
versus left.
I don't know
They've
actually.
huddled together and who
Most
knows?
likely it should usually be at the end of the act, right? So
There's nothing that you can
I
really
would
line
say
up.
probably
Maybe
February, no,
utility to
around,
start the
yeah,
next round.
February
Right now, it's just
end-ish.
Nongshim feeling that confidence in return on their
Map pool
side.
changes for the VCT also for
On the other
everybody.
side, but when you have
Everybody.
Dambi this online and he's just able to do his thing, you got some range on the other side with Margaret on the Outlaw as well, picked up from the previous round maybe, or bought up, and they're able to really march in a little bit more now. 50 seconds left.
Yeah, I mean, so much time. They're just waiting to see if Talon, I mean, are you going to choose to push or not? Either you push or you get hunted down.
Rai should
Margaret,
introduce
who
new
is
agent
on the
class.
lookout for them. Now,
That's
nobody's
an
expecting
interesting
this.
one.
If the
I'm
timing
good, Tanai. How are
works
you?
out perfectly. Okay, well, Francis is going to watch out for. He says, wait, guys, nobody's watching our back. I'll just make sure, just once.
Instead of giving new
We'll
agents,
find
same
one more.
agent
Now
class,
down
new
to
agent.
2.
Yeah, I
And everyone
guess.
says, all right, Margaret's already cleared,
Yeah.
so we don't want to deal with this.
The whole time, Persia is
Ascent will be
still
back
just
before
kind
Split
of
1. Yes, Ascent will be back before
hovering
Split
around
1.
the market.
And we will have a strong map on our hands.
Possibly come back. Spike goes down around B. You got Ivy inside of the TP, and he's just holding for it. Goes in for the double peek.
So this
out.
time, no favorite map for teams. Then no,
Probably
everything will constantly change, and that's what I love.
or
I love it. I love the fact that
Yes.
everything's gonna
Yeah, I
constantly
mean,
keep
right now,
changing.
the angles they're holding, it's just
Adaptation
so
is the name of the
long.
game in
Spike
this
is
season.
most likely Nongshim.
How well
Although
can you
the
adapt?
majority of them hopefully pushed away towards
Which
that
map is
finish
going
line.
out?
That's exactly what's happening, but look at Dombi. He
I think
wants more,
it's
'cause he's got his
Abyss
teleport on next to him,
and
so he'll wait
Lotus.
until the very last second. Oh, Primi spotted. Gotta watch out. He's gotta make sure he can die one way or another in this round. So it's just gonna be banned with a double peek, and they'll actually get 2 for their troubles. Well, the plan works out so far, and Dombi will eventually close out the round.
Yeah, looking for another one still, but yes, there it is. At least some alt orbs or alt points for Talon, but Nongshim able to come back in and clean up as well. So once again, not too bad for the upcoming rounds, but it is quite a bit for Nongshim to really claw their way back through to even out the gap.
Yeah, I mean, you miss out on one more round, and suddenly Nongshim is just chomping
And
at the heels.
Icebox.
We'll have to make sure that they're locked in coming up to this buy in the next round.
Yeah, Abyss and Bind are out. So the next rotation, Abyss and Bind are out. Lotus and Icebox and Ascent are back in. Abyss and Bind is out.
Visiting for the festival as well. But Nongshim now grouped up outside of Showers.
I love that. I love that my 2 favorite maps are coming back, bro. Not Ascent is not favorite, but like it's a map where I can win. Ascent and Icebox is my favorite. Icebox is the best map in the game for me. Ascent, Icebox, Fracture. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. What's up, Webster? DFM one of the lowest performing teams like last year like G, but performing this year. Do you think lack of aimers in our team or we just got unlucky? This time we got unlucky because we playing with a stand-in and we had to change our playstyle and a couple of role changes. We'll be fine.
It's just Margaret on his own, but hold and isolated enough that he's able to find the one-on-one now back.
In some time, Breeze also would come into rotation. I know. So basically, you need to just... Breeze coming back ever? I hope Breeze never comes back. I genuinely hope. I hope. Bro, I swear to God. I hope after this rotation, Breeze and Abyss, basically Riot are like, oh shit, we forgot about it completely. And they just forget about it for the rest of the year. I hope Breeze and Abyss just never come back ever. Breeze and Abyss can just stay out and 2 extra new maps can be created. Bye Breeze, bye Abyss. We don't need you. You can fuck off. Respectfully. Disrespectfully, not respectfully. Disrespectfully. Abyss and Breeze can just fuck off.
And you just said early on as well, right? Like this could be just that one round and maybe Nongshim starts to chomp at their heels. Like this is where I really start to think, at which point does Talon call timeout? Because right now they're starting to, you know, go away with not a great start to this second half.
I mean, in my head, if we look at the pattern from Frost and Jovi so far, the coaching staff for Talon, I'm imagining a timeout coming out next round. I mean, I'm imagining that they're just going to have to kind of refresh them on how they want to play the default, what needs to change, how you're getting your information, right? Make sure that maybe you use some of that utility a bit more early on to just secure that space and then hold it, whatever it may be, because if you're obviously holding passive with the amount of smokes that they have on Nongshim, it's going to be a creep in and a contact play. So yeah, you spend a little bit, but just a haunt, you're not getting too much for your troubles if they just blast it. So we'll see if Talon goes for a choice of maybe a bit more fight, a little bit more of a skirmish early on to clear out an entire portion of the map.
Maybe grouped up together to push out somewhere and find a little bit more contact and information, possibly, because from the previous rounds, it's just them all spread out across the map. This time, the 3 stack on B, and then the push out on towards B long to look for something, but Nongshim sprays through. Oh.
Yeah, that ult orb, they know that ban is away from just one. Governor trying to bait one in. A perfect timing from Margaret, but Governor gets out with his life, so he'll be safe for the time being. Meanwhile, they just wait for the smoke to drop, and Talon, it's a firing squad waiting for Nongshim. They finally get what they want. The grab net keeps them at bay. They should hear that. The pin getting pulled out. There's the Prowler just to be safe, but that gives him too much time. Francis stays alive and takes them all out.
How? He was not meant to do that. He was hit by the grav net, the grav well coming in on the other side, but he's still just spraying and bursting through with that Phantom. Down to just Governor. If he gets 1 kill, he gets a showstopper. Maybe an opportunity there, but you've got to find so much.
Razor Vines activated. Governor just has to skirt all the way around. They even have Margaret watching the back, so Ivy, he's going to be laser focused on this angle. It's a timing between the two, and he finds Governor first on the peak as Nongshim catches up to 7.
3 away from evening out the score. And the next round is one where Talon can't afford too much. Maybe a bit of a half buy or some upgraded pistols, but that's it. And just what an incredible round coming through. Talon had the adjustment, maybe the slight counter to be able to peek out and push with the firing squad. They even had the utility, but Francis was there to spray and pray and get all of them down into the ground.
Hello, we are back.
I almost think maybe a bit too much respect, right? They
What's happening?
should have heard. I mean, maybe I missed the chaos, they didn't, but the pin being pulled out from the grab net. Now, could it have been faked? Sure. But they hear that, then they want to activate the gravel. And then they say, let's play it safe, let's send out the Prowler. But that gives Francis time to pull out the pin.
Abyss is fun. Tanishq Aurora, you are a person who you should probably not be around. I will never be around you. If you are an Abyss enjoyer, then you have some problems. You have problems. If you are an Abyss enjoyer, you have problems. Will PRX drop anyone before split 2 if they can't qualify for Masters Toronto? I have no idea. We have to find out. But who are they going to pick up? Who are they going to get? That's the problem. Mid-season, who are you going to get?
They have some ultimates in the bank. It's 4 sheriffs on their side, Talon.
For now, just going to hold and spawn. Look at their position.
Oh, wait. Nongshim have been winning?
To try to get some information. Nothing over by B, so it's not a full stack, it's not a rush. They hear some of that Vice utility, but they're just going to ignore it, and they say, okay, this is how we go for this 50-50 choice on an eco, right? Instead of just saying blindly, let's go for a stack on A or B, let's get some information on B, let's make it look like we want more information on B, and then as we see no reaction, just Vice util.
Wow, what a jump. That's a crazy jump spot.
Bit of a jiggle as well, so that confirms quite a bit of information. So the stars will be procced for the smoke. The nebula.
They know there's at least 2 here.
At the same time, Bats is kind of afforded. Margaret gets to kind of slip through. Maybe find something. Almost.
Now they know there's at least 3.
Two people.
They know at least 3.
They don't need to go into the A site. Wonder if that changes anything. And Talon wonders the same thing. They're starting to think, okay, well, we're going to put down the barrier mesh as well, just to prevent them from getting into lamps. We're going to tell them that we are set up here. And Nongshim says,
beautiful
barrier
ults.
mesh, something's weird about that. We'll just say you guys can stay trapped in lamps because you have the shorter weapons, and we're just going to take the front of sight.
And they're going to spend as much as they can to really get those rounds in, just to even out the score against Talon. Nightfall sent through, they get the spike down, now they're looking to hold towards the back.
Kevin's being smoked off again. It's very difficult to get past this.
Now Cruz, see if he can find a shot, but there should be a shear wall right in front of him, so he's just waiting as long as possible for a kill. And Margaret fires off as he sees the
Who are we supporting? We are supporting Nongshim.
Right behind it, and he'll get
I am with Nongshim.
Now Dami going in for another for himself as well. Nongshim all getting the kills.
Nongshim.
And Ivy will hold the gate. Margaret coming around, seeing if he can maybe get one more ult point. One way or another. He was hoping to get it, but Ban will say, you know what, I'm just going to look to go down to the spike. And eventually Margaret gets that ult point he so wanted.
Yeah, still gets it. Ban gets the kill. Nonetheless, it's the round for Nongshim. Talon just feeling the full force of Nongshim's contact, but at the same time sitting on their ultimates, and you really got to wonder how they can possibly utilize those very crucial pieces of big utility for the upcoming rounds, right? They're sitting on that 10, looking to get to 11 to 12.
What the fuck?
Margaret.
What the fuck?
Wanted the kill there himself, it sounds like. Showing some expression, showing some...
Second one, yeah. Aryan, what the fuck, man? We're here for the underdogs. They have gone straight from Premier to Ascension to VCD Pacific. Now they could be in the top 4.
And then rotate everyone over to the other side. And so far, similar setup, but the one Prowler from Francis draws so much attention away from Talon.
Just kind of keeps him there on towards the B side. You know, the rest of the squad looking to go back through in towards showers. You do have Jit Boys watching the angle. Oh, okay, Dizzy doesn't spot anything either.
I mean, Nongshim,
they're 4 in showers.
All this time, they're finally going to spot somebody, but there's the Steel Garden. So knowing that they should have the weapons advantage, there's the overdrive as well. Dom B, okay, I was getting
the entire site is cleared out.
Because he does that sometimes, but for now, Nongshim will secure that A site.
Able to hold. Margaret does have Snakebite as well, but okay. Bit of a Nightfall right back at them, coming out from Cruz.
Yeah, just one tag, so that's going to be the full chase from Thrash. Lamps pushed all the way through, but the Razorvine prevents a follow-up from Talon. There's a fast lane coming back up as well to deny information. Mask, if anyone's, refilled the site. Now Governor jumping through, Showstopper online. Nongshim will just wait for it. They still haven't heard the spike being tapped. Eventually it's Zombie from close range. You've now taken over the site, but can you survive the util? They can't quite knock away. Half done by Wingman. Persia gets taken out. Francis.
Wow, big round, Talon.
And it all comes down to Margaret, but he just doesn't have the vision, and the defuse comes
well played, Talon. That's a big round.
Game plan to just try to stick and stall, but unfortunately Talon were able to come back in quick enough. Just feeling it and going back through it. Thanks to that Nightfall, thankfully, from Cruz to be able to stick that round all the way in, up to 11. The Wingman getting the spike down to halfway just added value as well, right? I mean, if that wasn't there, maybe the Snakebite could have done a little bit more, or maybe for Margaret to get within close range enough to find some sprays. But thankfully, Talon sneaks that round right underneath them. And there it is, 11 to 8. Still sitting on the Cosmic Divide. And of course, that Operator out from Governor as well, back in towards B-Long once again.
Yeah, once again, it's a setup.
Ooh.
Finds more than one, I believe, and just going to back out. Rushes for the shot, but more than anything, the fact that your operator stays alive, he repositions immediately to Hookah and calls for backup over from Premi.
I want to see the downfall just because that 7-0 trauma. I mean, we lost against the team that went on to win Ascension and now is amongst the top teams in Pacific.
It's a little bit risky.
There is a heavy stack on B from Talon, still not able to make up their minds. Now they get the contact, and Nongshim reads this accurately as well. They know that speed is on their side. The rotations so far have really been going as they have intended, but this time, Jit Boys trying to play hero on the site. He is chipped down to 29. He's got to back out.
While he backs out,
Oh, it's a big ult. That is a big ult. Now all they need to do is keep control of U-Haul.
They're trying to keep this fort space as much as possible while Talon
As long as they keep control of U-Haul, they're fine.
Just around the pit. They're going to try to break their way through it.
All right, the Molly just really making sure nobody can actually come through on the pit. Right now, Nongshim just making it so hard for Talon to find any.
Oh, Persia!
Whether it's from above or in front, but Premier starts to break through the line.
No!
Joins him, so does Bad. The pit goes down, and it's just a clear field, and Dombi gets taken out.
Wow.
By Primi. Talon
Margaret should have
now
played
at
farther
Mad
back.
looking to
Margaret should have stayed alive.
Masterfully
As long as Margaret would have stayed alive, they would have won this round.
Surrounded on the site, and in with that grab net, possibly the Prowler out from Cruz as well. They were able to clear out quite a bit, and because of that, the multiple peaks in through it, they were able to still, deal with Nongshim's utility or the ultimate at the same time. I mean, Nongshim, they had some positions as well. They were still able to hold despite the grab net and everything, but Talon's forces were just a little bit too overwhelming, and that's that map point then coming out.
And that's going to be the timeout. Nongshim, I mean, they had a heck of a long day yesterday. They would love to try to finish things a bit earlier tonight, but Talon says that's not going to be possible. So Nongshim, it's going to be up to the coaching staff to see if they can come up with a solution. Try to take this all the way to overtime.
Yeah, on towards a round like this, I do wonder if Talon will use Nongshim's timeout as well to really try to go on a bit of a push out.
We lost DSG too, who's disbanded now. I mean, DSG, I agree, but DSG
See what the discussion is here.
disbanded due to a different
Quite
reason.
frankly, overall, in the last couple rounds, the push and pull from
मेरा तो मन ही नहीं कर रहा वाला देखने का after G
But
loss.
Talon,
Yeah, bro, I know it's
sure they don't
difficult,
take any
but
unnecessary risks.
we are
They're
here
staying
for good
disciplined
Valorant
and
anyway.
the ones on the weaker side, making sure that you're ready for the retake. That operator's still online as well here for Governor, and that's something that Nongshim just hasn't quite solved.
I was wondering about that, but this time Governor is not on B long. He's actually marking the angle towards A short.
So switching that up every single round, as any good operator should do. And Nongshim seems to be a little wary of a potential push out. Now the smoke looking to basically act as that fake. Try to draw them in, try to let them know, hey, you could try to get some more information over this box, Governor. He's just watching that one angle. Cruz has his back. He saw the ears of Vice, waiting for an opportunity. And Cruz, it's just too many members. The fake out works completely. Governor trapped now in the back of sight. Shorty v Shorty. He decides to
Oh, Governor cannot get away.
His decision, it will not be, as Margaret guns him down.
He fired off one shot, but as soon as he started feeling a little bit more, as soon as he missed that one shot, he knew he had to try to get away, but the blast pack just not enough propulsion, and they were able to spray him in the back. So just as soon as the round started, just as soon as we saw that toxic screen curtain fall, the whole round was over.
I mean, Cruz wanting to get a bit more information, see if anyone's peeked over, because they saw the Vice still hiding behind the box the last time Governor checked. And Talon, they wanted just a little bit more, and they paid for that curiosity.
Oh,
Dombi just looking for quite a bit more value, 3,100 creds. This time I'm fine with it. It's not like he's overextending before the round is over. Well, maybe Francis pays for a little bit himself, but they will look to try to take away whatever weapons, but it will just be Nongshim losing out on their own. And Jit Boys looking sharp.
I mean, sure, but this is Talon at map point, close to their ultimate. I guess, yeah, you can just go for whatever you can get if you are close to it anyway.
Yeah, but this is really where things shine. Margaret chasing through, knowing that the site was empty as well. The good news for Talon is, yeah, Jit Boys still looking confident, right? He didn't overextend on that hero play 2 rounds
Once
ago
again,
as well.
guys.
So they still have
Arre.
3 more chances. Cosmic Divide still online, by the way.
How many years do you think Rossi will play before calling the day? I think 2 more years. Maybe.
Right now,
Maybe next year,
Nongshim
who knows?
Earlier on, the A execute this time, thinking about pushing in towards Hookah. Ban up on the tube to spot them out.
Yeah, really going to be trying to mask Jit Boys' position. But nobody getting tagged there early on by the Arc Rose. Eventually it gets deleted, so they know at least somebody is still watching over by that B side.
Still, though, quite a bit of question marks with the fog of war on the other side. So maybe going back to the initial plan of slipping through from this toxic screen, going a little bit faster this time. Nightfall at the same time as well to push any potential onlookers away. But Primi inside of Lamb's not quite hit by anything until Dambi slides in, though. It's just Governor on the backside now, and Dambi comes in just as aggressively.
Governor thought he could hold on. He wasn't tagged by the Nightfall. He tried to reposition. He thought he had an angle, but Dambi is simply just too fast for these players. I mean, Primi, he wanted the fight. He tried to line himself up against that slide, but Dambi gets right under it, and he's able to take out the entire site.
Yo, he's too fast, too furious. It's not Tokyo Drift, it's Soul Drift. I can't believe how he's able to just turn the whole round away just by taking down 2 players. Now Talon has saved. We're 10-12 effectively.
होप ही खत्म हो गई है, but split one still support करूंगा. करो भाई पीयूष. It's okay. We played with a stand-in this time.
From the Nightfall, so Nongshim does have to be careful.
Wow.
Dambi wants his overdrive as well.
Ooh.
He says, I'm fine giving you an ult if I get it myself. Eventually, they will reside with the weapons in hand. And the big question becomes, does Nongshim go for a timing play in this next round? Because the past 3 rounds in a row, they put pressure on B, and then they immediately rotate A. They make A weaker, and they just don't miss out on that timing. They're able to get through. Even this time, Talon, the Prowler out from B main is just a bit too late. They started the rotate, but by then, Dambi is already all the way through Lamps. So if Talon adjusts here and Nongshim gets that read perfectly, then that would be one heck of a read from Francis.
There's a chance. But I don't know, man. I'm feeling the tension right now. It's 2 rounds for overtime.
Orbital strike right at the ready. Oh. This is going to be another set play. They used to do this a lot with the grab net towards Showers, just keeping them trapped in. Make sure they don't have a choice. It's going to be Orbital strike on Lamps this time. Just allows Dambi to try to pinch onto Showers if necessary. Dambi gets slowed down by the Dizzy. There's a TP that comes through, but the Nongshim team, they are already on site. Francis is going to gun down at least one, but he catches sight of 2 more members. Spike already planted. Ivy waiting.
Nah, shouldn't have gone there.
Talon, they might have an opening to finally try to close this map.
Yeah, this is done.
Not looking. Nightfall used. Talon just need the one Cosmic Divide. They're not close by the short side, and it's just going to be a swing out.
Yeah, GG.
Will make sure
Will be a third map.
Talon has one more map in him.
Closing out the second map, 13-10. Talon, they meet Nongshim's force with their own forces down in this final round. Just
There'll be another agent from India and Valorant.
taking down these players bit by bit. Always
Way
keeping
later
the
in the future,
advantageous
not
ratio on
right
their
now.
side. So unfortunately,
I think-
Nongshim not quite having the
I
numbers.
think
You know, they have the execute. They have
Riot have enough countries to explore when it comes to agents. They have so many countries. They still haven't introduced from countries like, for example, let's say New Zealand, from which other countries are there? Mexico, there's an agent. Is there any agent from Mexico? There was from Colombia. There's no Argentinian agent. There's no Chile agent. There's no Peruvian agent. Then the French is there. Spain is there. No, French is already done. Like, French is there. I mean, French is there as in chamber. Like, German is there. But they have so many more countries to explore. So wait, guys. Why do they have two from China then? Biased because a huge part of the fact that China has its own league, you should try to understand that as well, right? That's how big China is. China is humongous market for them. I hope not because we are bad. It's just that right now I think other teams are just ahead of us. Some teams are ahead of us, but we are also pretty good in our position, honestly. Last game was just unlucky. We should have won that, to be fair, but we just didn't. We just shit. Yeah. Yes. Oh my god. Today it is Aspas versus Demon One. Oh yeah, it is. Parent company is Chinese, right? So bias there is no matter what. Still doesn't matter. They just gave Lunar New Year bundle pass. This shows how much control Chinese company parent. What the fuck? They do that for multiple other things. Just because it's Lunar New Year bundle, not that doesn't mean shit. They do it. They've given new pass for multiple different reasons. When are you planning to marry? Why, be? Why you want to know? Chinese players have different client compared to global players. I actually don't know about that. And it's even better for me to hope be like 25 की lost बाद में 1.5 hours तो बैठ के contemplate कर रहा था कि what could we have done to win the game. Be hope. What are you say? What? शादी का खाना अच्छा लगता है भाई. तुम ना तो शायद मेरे शहर में हो, ना तुम्हें पता कि मेरी शादी कब है, ना तुम्हें ये पता कि मेरी शादी कहाँ होगी. तो he is talking about G. I know he's talking about GDFM. I just don't understand what he said. संग रखना ताना इस I was like making senior side if the team had done this, we might have won the game. Like that, there are so many things that we could have done, bro. Sen versus G2, who do you think is winning? Honestly, I think G2 wins this first one. Sen go lower bracket and then they come from there. Do you follow BGMI esports as well? Not as religiously, no.
A lot of value up mid, but for Nongshim, they need to be counting this utility. It's about baiting
What
out the dogs,
are
about
your
baiting out
predictions
the
for
nade.
GE
That's
Split
gonna
after
be the
seeing
key
this
for
kickoff?
Talon.
I think we make top
it's
4.
only the single in-net util on the sky. Totally agree with that. Talon playing a
Top
bit more
4,
standardized.
maybe
Nongshim
if not top
trusting their
6.
style, but once again, this
We
is the
make
same
top
for
6
almost
or
every
top
map
4.
for Nongshim. Just small adjustments, just making small tweaks game to game to game.
I'm very excited for Split. We got new comps, and we got two teams who have been a little shaky on this map. Let's see how this goes. We're going to send it back to our casters, Chobra and Quack.
Split. Always bangers on Split. Only bangers on Split. And of course, as a map 3, we hope for nothing less. Nongshim and Talon. Yeah, we were talking with the analysts before the match as well, talking about would there be comp changes. And I think most of us agree that Nongshim probably going to make changes one way or another.
Alright, let's see how far this goes.
Really warming up to that Tejo, and it's great to see
We have a
Francis continue
Tejo.
on it, but Talon saying, okay, we're not cooking anymore. We're going back to something a bit more standard.
They're going straight into the site.
Hopefully standard gives them a little bit more assistance, but right now Nongshim, especially with that Teo, does allow them to move across the map a little bit more fluidly. Altor picked up, Margaret still trying to hold outside of a ramp.
They will re-clear him.
Knows that there's
They
at
will clear
least
him
two
out.
people here, so he calls for support. It's going to be a little bit late, so he has to run all the way over to mid, and they're just going to say, okay, if they've already pushed out that far over to A main, we're just going to try to take control of mid.
And take control of mid, they will. Dambi further back into possibly stairs as well. I mean, I don't know where he's going at this point. A little bit out into rafters, back into stairs, back in towards the B site, alongside the rest of the team. Still, Margaret has to hold off stairs now. The Boombot finding a lot. Dambi back in underneath Hell with the right clicks.
Yeah, Cam finally getting cleared out as well. Domby was stuck there with the grab net, so eventually he will be able to.
And yeah, that's a good piece of. That's gonna force them off.
The wraparound puts that pressure on, so Talon, they now can't go for the immediate flood. Ban has to watch
Yep,
the flank.
CT is
That
being
keeps him tied up.
covered.
Domby
Dude,
making
they're
it sound
playing
like he's
this.
escaped, and that's just going to be the bait for Ban. But Primi already now pushing through from the side. The defuse is going through. Can they make sure they block
Oh
it?
my
So
God.
for the time being, there's the fault line support. Primi will escape just in time.
What the
Domby
fuck?
has one at long range, and he's trying to fight the swing around. 24 HP, but Primi wins out, and eventually Persia.
Persia's
can he
too
get
late,
on
too far away.
time? Not
Oh
one.
my
The
God.
defense goes through.
That is so sad. That is so sad. Every time Talon keep winning the pistols, they have become 2023 GE.
So good.
Talent 2025 is equal to GE 2023.
I think it was good, but at the same time, it kind of worked against them just because
ये OG वाला Persia है,
Primi
yes.
was able to find a lot of these impact frags. The fact that he was able to hold them
Nongshim
off
wins this.
so
Talon lost
long
split against us too.
gave Talon
That time they were
the
playing a different comp. Now they're playing a different comp.
Opening up that site immediately, recognizing that it's going to be a split all the way to that back of alley. So now Nongshim on an eco. Just one or two pistol upgrades here. Sheriff, Ghost, and Frenzy all across the board. Now on the other side, once again, double judges. I mean, Talon, if there's one thing that they prepared today, it's to make sure that they have the weaponry to shut down Domby's Neon.
And it has worked out so far, especially on Bind. Shall see that kind of carries forward right now, of course, though.
23 or 24? 23, not 24.
Well, the dog does get drawn out. The Des talked about it. That's the one piece of utility. The Frenzy not able to quite land the shots. Where's the swing around? Where's the trade? Oh, Primi with the transfer of the Bulldog. Once again, the Sentinel of B site. Governor now arriving, absolutely pushing them away. And so that lets Ban know, hey, just get us information on the A side. See if they've ever really quite rotated.
Not quite yet.
Oh, that's a fake call out.
He heard that noise. He's waiting for it. There's the bait out. He doesn't care if he's stunned. He's got the distance closed in. And at this point, I think Nongshim
Oh, Primi.
man, are they ever going to stop buying judges? Because it is there every single round that they have the opportunity.
You wonder if Nongshim's ever gonna switch up their pace a little bit, but right now, just Francis on a classic. Unable to get a
These
dig here.
guys will keep playing judge until they die.
It's gonna be Talon
Because that's the only
playing
counter they
judge.
have to these
So 4 weapons
Damby
carried
rushes.
over. Always a pretty big investment from Talon, but they're able to at least carry over whatever weaponry they have. Now, obviously, especially on the defense, you get the judge. I mean, it'll have some value. You are technically at weaker weaponry, but now it's going to come down to that positioning and the default hold from Talon. So we'll see what the read is from Cruz.
Certainly could work out really well, especially on their defense.
Nice,
map, but
let's
for this
go.
map too, there are just so many spots, mail room, screens, the judge, or even just top of A ramps and some of these, behind some of these boxes where the judge can.
And now we've got full weaponry.
Nongshim though, previously a lot of B garage outdoors being picked up. This time straight in towards A with a full buy.
Now, I'm liking the salvos going deep into ramps. You're ready to fight close, clears out, you know, behind the box, behind the wall, right at vents. And then you had the extra stars as well to make sure once you take that space, you're able to hold on to it. That it would be
Where is
7
that?
stages for Talon.
Where
Try
is
to
that
immediately
deadlock
re-clear.
stun?
So, all right, this is something we
Where
should
has he put
continue to
that?
see whether it's mid or ramps almost every single round from Nongshim.
Oh,
But
it's on
then, yeah,
top
you
there.
got some of these guiding lights
Oh,
there,
that
you're
is
able to
so
stealth it.
smart.
There's one
That can't be
Lotus
broken
right
unless
there.
you
So
hear
the
it.
sensor is pretty interesting as well. I mean, they're gonna have to trip that at the very least. Dumby will be able to note it once he's close enough. There it is.
Oh, nice.
Rather-
Yeah,
That's a very
Nongshim
interesting
waiting for a
place.
swing out. mean,
I really like that.
bonus
I'm
round for
stealing
Talon.
that.
So Nongshim is just
I'm
kinda
stealing that.
playing, all right, well, where are you guys hiding? Like, where are the judges? Where are the other weaponry? Where are you trying to just kind of bait us in to an easy fight? Domby just trying to bait out a stray shot or two. Margaret will try to blindly fire as we see the spike get planted. It is
Giving
planted
them heaven
for
control is a bit of a
We
problem.
do have
Probably should not give them heaven
high
control.
ramps.
And now they're gonna come take ramps.
Just holding, spike down, and of course Talon trying
Should
to flood
fight
back in.
ramps.
Can't see what. Can't
Oh my god!
Annihilation straight out from screens.
Yeah, it just lands right there in the corner, all the way across the
What?
middle. That's gonna pull one member away. Domby now has to fight for his life on this side. It's not gonna
Oh
work out.
my
They're
god.
there. I mean, you
These
might have some utility, but I don't
brilliant
think it's going to be
traps.
enough. You have the fault line, trying to get them off of it. Keeps them at B. He
a
lands
big
the shot
kill.
from long range. That gives Margaret time to swing around.
Persia
over
gets
the heaven.
one.
They're still fighting for their life. They have
Oh
the
my
kill,
god,
they
Jit
have
boy!
the fab, but Jit boy's The shot comes through from Persia, and that is just in time for Nongshim.
So close to it. He swapped over the Classic, hoping to defend the diffuser as well, but unfortunately to no avail. Persia just quick enough to recognize the situation, look for the angle in towards that spike. So close, so dicey in so many of these moments, but down to it all. Both teams really fighting neck and neck in some of these moments. Almost getting the bonus for Talon.
Yeah, it takes out all the weapons though, so you get that round win for Nongshim, but it doesn't mean too much when you're back down on Sheriff SABAKARIBEEEE. Sure, one away from the Armageddon, one away from the Cosmic Divide, so if you can get an early kill, there is some opportunity to try to bring things back in this round through those ultimates.
Nongshim will go back into...
What the fuck? How did he miss all of
right
that?
now, just looking for something with the Sheriffs and a little bit of pressure outside of B. I mean, similar to that rubber band from before, if there's a bit of pressure
Is
somewhere...
it over PLX after yesterday as in for the whole year? Nah, man.
Inside the cage, a little bit too clear for Ban.
They'll be
Gets
fine.
the spam through.
Man just has the spidey senses when he's watching across from screens. We saw that against GE as well. No, a lot of utility use. Dobby tries to answer back. That's a good
Oh my
relay
god.
ult. Only good for one kill though. Premi
Nice.
gets traded out by Francis. He's good for 2 kills. Jit
Oh,
Boys with the
Jit
Grand
Boys.
Stunner shuts down the main forces, and Talon will lead 3-1.
Oh, you gotta love it. Whether or not it's just the transfer, I mean, I think he dodged a bit of a flash as well, maybe. It's just so darn quick and clean with how he's able to land that. And because of that, Cosmic Divide up and ready and online for him as well.
Yeah, this is just a timing shot from Ban. Understanding, as someone who oftentimes is lurking on this map himself, just what the time is going to be from Margaret. There's the ante, like you said. Then a nice double kill from Jit Boys, just holding strong, and an immediate timeout. I mean, you consider even the round they won, you know, it was just by the skin of their teeth, and they had to lose out on all the weapons, so that should tell you that it wasn't the
We won
position you
13-6.
wanted if you didn't have the
Yeah,
correct
we
read
did.
against that
And that's why
region,
we are
even though
good.
you even
But
had
right
the
now, I
weapon
think
range.
Talon have improved. They're doing better. They've understood. They've come with they've come with more understanding of how to play the game better. So that's the one thing.
Possibly able to convert some rounds with those pieces of utility, but at the same time, you know, if we're thinking about how Nongshim has to, well, yeah, draw it or wait for, you know, bits of the sky utility or the paint shells and everything, they also need to keep in mind, you know, where Primi's position, how they're going to work against things like the Gravnet and the barrier.
Yeah, and the biggest thing is, even if he doesn't use a util, unless you force him into a bad position, Primi's always going to be happy to take that first fight, whether it's Domby, whether it's somebody else. He's confident. I mean, he's been through just everything on that ladder, trying to get to that rank 1 position of every single act. So, yeah, we'll see if Nongshim has an answer. Now,
SCA challenges is happening when the SA challenges start.
to push out
Again,
get
SA
ahead of these
challenges will
ultimates
start
and
February end
maybe wait
or
for
most
it,
likely
but right
March.
now, both teams just going to take the areas they always can first.
All right now what's worked for them is this A ramp's pressure. But okay, immediate star from Jit Boys just to try to hold them back.
Now, Talon, they've left that A site open. If it's going to be ults on the site, they're happy to just give it up as long as they hold on to heaven. It's a very clear game plan from Cruz, the IGL. Stealth drone gets sprayed down, but this hides Governor on the
Oh.
side. Yeah, there it is, and now the
Nongshim are getting
Nongshim
are getting
That's going to be just
trolled.
the spear, but also the flanks just completely erased from Nongshim.
Oh, and Primi out for another angle hold as well, up against Francis, down. The spike stranded, and it's just Ivy to try to slip on through inside screens.
They know.
Unfortunately, Persia falls.
Yeah, and the guiding light checks as well. So Talon this time just reading the entire setup of Nongshim. I mean, that guiding light checking.
That was a
Ivy.
great,
Did you
that was
see
a
through?
great
Because
round
we
from
aren't
Talon.
seeing you anymore.
Amazing
saw
round.
that
What
utility
was
drone
DFM
off the
jeet gaye
phone line.
GG against?
Now,
Then good
Ivy
for them.
Just hold. If he can save it, he'll be happy to carry over the Phantom. But if not, he will fight for his life. Try to get that Rolling Thunder online.
30 seconds left.
Be able to kind of carry that all the way over. I mean, close to their ultimates if they can work up to it, but why not? Otherwise, just for the rest of the first half as well, Talon has already built up quite a bit of momentum, and this is a Talon that truly looks and feels ready.
10 seconds left.
Talon, that confidence coming back up one by one. Governor only one away from the showstopper. He'll actually just happily take the orb. That way you don't even give over the ult point over to the other side. So Ivy's still 2 away, but showstopper now online. Talon
Did
is
you bought
feeling
Helix
great
Phantom or
in this
Exo
first
Phantom?
half.
No, I didn't like both of them.
when you said great, I heard like Frosted Flakes.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
it's the best way to start your morning. No, we are not sponsored.
No. But yeah, I mean, that truly is, you know, how Talon is feeling right now, as if they just
They're playing
got a
really well.
delicious bowl of milk and cereal. They're just that good with how they're able to read it round to round. Even picking up the alt orb, Ban was right there and ready to trade off if needed. But at the same time, I mean, looking at the next round now, you have some ultimates to work with, maybe to fend off Nongshim, who have a bit of a half buy.
Close cleared, far cleared.
A bit of that fake pressure this time, while the rest of the team straight up mid.
Yeah, so starting to play a bit more macro.
So they
here,
know
but
Dambi's on
look at
ramp.
the immediate
And
read there
now
from
they're-
Cruz. He just steps away from the salvo. There's no further smokes to mask that information, so he gets up close. Now he should recognize that there was a pass there, so he's just gonna hold. See if Dambi tries to get curious.
Oh, Dambi, the
Look at that,
timing!
right at the edge of the smoke.
And
Guns
that's
him
gonna
down
call
with
in
Stinger.
rotation.
Gravnet does catch him. Does the Baramish trap him? I don't quite know, but the relay bolt will keep Primmy trapped.
Oh my god.
Dambi in your face, and that's a triple kill for the Stinger.
Holy
No
shit,
for the man who
Dambi.
Even picked up the spike. He is all
What
over
in the
this
hell?
site.
Deep smoke from Jit Boys. I mean, from Persia to hold off back towards screens as well. Showstopper from Governor tries to try to retake space though. Paint shells to clear out elbow, but Dambi pushes.
Oh my god, this kid is crazy.
Alongside Persia, just Governor with low HP.
And the cam makes sure that he's trapped up, so they know that he should still be stuck somewhere over on screens. The cam will keep an eye on him. And there it is. Smile for the camera, Governor. The street take's not looking good. Down to 30 HP. Margaret
Wow,
picks up the
Dambi,
kill.
what a
And it's
round, Dambi.
classic Dambi round for Nongshim to bring
Dambi
them up
was
to 2.
crazy with that.
Absolutely nuts and ridiculous with how he's able to pull that off. Quick with the stinger and the movement straight out ramps. Yeah, I thought it was like some kind of a bit of a fake, but then immediately, as soon as he finds that contact against Cruz, gets into sight. The fault line from assistance from his teammates as well. But because of that, he was then able to take down the next player, pick up the rifle to take Primmy down. So much value.
Yeah, he said he wanted the one to get the aces while Texture can keep his 4Ks, but for now he'll get the 4K. We'll see if it leads to a win just like it does for Gen G. They still have a little ways to go to catch up.
They're
Talon
giving up A
at
completely.
4 rounds. Sonic Sensor set up on the A side, and now the trip in mid, so they can watch for it with a trap play early on, but if they need to push and pull, they'll be
They're
happy
playing
to leave
retake
that
on
area of the
A
map
fully.
open as they'll have that passive information.
Well, at least right now, Talon going
Oh,
around,
they
trying to
spotted
pull out
one.
around ramps, especially with Governor right around the sides. The Grafnet to swing out though, but ooh, not quite able to find the peak against Nongshim. Instead, Nongshim holds, and because of that kill, now the site is opened up. Armageddon to hold off further space as well, just to secure the spike plant.
I don't mind this Armageddon. They're playing it very safe. Obviously, it doesn't provide much more value, but you had 0.
France
inside
is
the
gonna
2
play
rounds.
as safe as
You just saw
possible.
one pushing out,
First
and you can
layer,
imagine there was
second
one
layer,
backup.
third
You saw
layer.
the Gravnet as well.
And
So
it's
just
just a
make the
save
remote,
already.
use
It's
that,
a 5v4
benefit from the
save.
plan, and now with
They
them
lose
having
one player.
extra
There,
odds
one
as
second.
well, imagine-
One second. They lose one player. Their plan was to play retake A anyway. Their plan was to play retake anyway because Deadlock was sitting here. They lost one player here and they're like, okay, fine, fuck it, we just go for save. What?
Maybe the timeout? Because Nongshim has been repeatedly
ये तेरे को क्या
taking
role है?
so
He's
much
initiator.
pressure, so much space up around A ramps because of their setups. And Talon, maybe a round before they were able to hold, safely off towards the outside, conservatively enough, especially when Governor was up around the ropes. But with the upcoming rounds now, where they start to let that slip,
Very interesting
you gotta
save
find
there.
some kind of solution to hold that off or to work around it.
Yeah, small adjustment in this previous round, but obviously not the one they needed.
And
So
Talon's
coaching
got a...
staff will call for a timeout and try to regroup with the rest of the players in the
Yeah, there it is.
The biggest question
He was not happy with that. Frost was not happy with that.
Heaven control, but that means they'll just plant and push us away anyway. I mean, of course, that time they had the Armageddon, but other times it's been Dambi just constantly pushing immediately into elbow or pushing against screens. And then they never quite figured out, Persia's lurks, a couple of these rounds, he's just super safe.
रीटेक के लिए यूटिल नहीं था. उन्होंने कुछ यूज ही नहीं किया लेकिन.
And so Frost, sharing his mind. Yeah, and it sounds like okay. Yeah, he's liking what he's hearing. I saw a yes there. It sounds like Cruz saying, okay, I get.
Don't you think Talon बहुत save करती है? That's okay. They won the last map with saving only, so.
Hopefully being able to inspire more confidence for Southeast Asia's last hope right now on this final map. You gotta imagine as well that you're working against a team like Nongshim that has been tested through and through. And now you really need to test yourselves, your mental, all the way against them.
This goes here.
Feeling a bit of that pressure as well, considering the fact that this is elimination after all.
And look at this, off of the timeout. Okay, we pressured A side enough.
Straight to B.
Yeah, it's going to be a full A setup. Now, I like what Talon's doing, though. Put up all the delay possible on A side now. We can't deal with it. Let's just delay him. But that means we're going to heavy stack on B.
Oh, they're going full send.
There's a rolling thunder. They will empty the site. It's an immediate flood all the way back in. They're all already outside, ready to pop out of Raptors. Ban already on the site.
Holy shit!
Crew's good for the trade. Governor guns down Dombey. That's the overdrive gone. Still a trade.
Oh my god, Margaret!
With the drop down, Governor swivels on a dime. Ivy all alone.
How did Nongshim end up losing this? How did Nongshim lose this?
To secure the round for Tal.
That is so
What a timeout
crazy.
conversion. I mean, just the perfect setup, the perfect possible read. I mean, best possible setup that they could have. If Nongshim was to repeat, their same setup from before, all the delay util on A would have worked out. But because they had the 4 players up around the site, because these 4 players were able to find their kills, they were able to turn everything upside down.
They got the higher end
still
of
were able to
trades.
flood into the site. The
Yeah,
Paramount
it
team
would have
just
been
in
a
time
2.
to
I thought it was a
comfort,
2v2
but
at the
same
end
time,
there.
because Governor
But they
was
got
able
the
to
higher
spin
end of
around,
trades with that
find
last
these
kill.
kills, take down Margaret. The whole round went towards Talon. 5-3 now. Back to the next round. 4 stack up on mid.
Yeah, just waiting for the trap with the tripwire. It gets shot. There's the spray. There's the paint
Nice.
shows. There's the grav net. Just outside of range from the paint shows. Dombey's going to count his lucky stars for that one. Ban holding it off angle. There's the drone. Immediately swinging.
Yeah, that was
out.
unnecessary,
I don't
but-
mind the attempt, but he couldn't land the shot. Didn't want to wait for the drone to get spotted first. Wanted to swing out while they were waiting for the dog there on the ground.
He didn't have information that they were holding that far up close, so it's a little
Brr.
unfortunate. As soon as he peeks,
Now they have to
across,
check site and there's a problem in front of them
One kill
only.
now. Nongshim gets to flood and rush in towards the A site.
Wow,
Trying to
Jit
hold it
boys.
towards the Nebula. Alongside
Jit
Annihilation,
boys.
swings the second kill out. Ban with Primi with immediate assistance. Now
Governor saw? Yeah, they know
so he
Governor's
tries
here.
to get ahead, but unfortunately shot down by Ivy.
2v3.
So
Look
it's
at where the
a
spikes
1-3
drop.
scenario for Nongshim.
Look at where the spike
That
is.
cosmic divide, but this seems very impossible.
That was the most
They wanna keep
important
leads
deadlock
for
ult
years.
ever.
Both of them
The
coming from
spike.
this A side, both of them coming from A main. Now all the
Judo ki
information
new clip
needed,
dekhi.
Talon
Nope.
doesn't have to watch
Nahi
their
dekhi
backs.
bhai.
Hermes
I
just
will
going
watch it
off
later.
angle and screens, and everyone else making sure they have a crossfire.
time.
Yeah, down on the site. And Nongshim will go for the save.
10 seconds left.
A lot of value from the one time out. Talon looking better and better. Just being able to work around it. You had the 4 stack up towards mid. With how they were able to get the read for the rest of the map as well. Quick on the rotations. Just to fend off A.
Brrr. That was a great round from Talon. That was a very good round from
Cosmic
Talon.
Divide's not finding any use from either team just
Even
yet.
after they lost the first pick,
That ban, unfortunately,
Jit boys
not
played
able
that
to
to
land the
perfection.
shot fast enough there. Meanwhile, 2 people, so they can take away the drone and the member swinging out. Nongshim fast on that one.
Smokes player will be the best sentinel player.
See if Nongshim
I mean, yeah, both are
finally
patient players, right? So
just back into this. Talon, though, still keeping things varied up across the entire map. Stars up towards mid, a bit more pressure from Nongshim, but once again, just picking up the alt orb from Garage. Well, ooh, this time, Margaret a little bit caught outside of ramps. 3 players looking to try and
Oh,
snap
he's
him down.
gone.
Oh,
Just a
1
second.
Cage goes off and they spotted him.
Yeah, no way to get out of that one, but that's good util investment because now you can keep your eyes set onto that B site. You've got some tripwires just for delay, just to see information on the
that's the
setups,
B
the
side
post
cleaned
plan.
up.
They
But
will
it's a
slowly get cleared
5v4
out one
retake.
by one.
They've
Still
lost
have
Margaret,
control
which
now,
means
you
they
still
have to
have
be
control
worried
of
about the
it, so
flank
it's not a
now.
bad shot for Talon.
Flank
They
is something
look
they'll
at
be
a
constantly
5v4
worried
retake,
about.
but a nice
Francis
first
gets
shot for
one, that's a
Francis,
good
gonna even
trade.
things up.
Another good flash.
Right there
There's
to
a
block
tripwire
out
that they
Garage.
haven't crossed yet.
Still
My god,
trying to
nah.
get them pinched down
Nope,
around
nope,
the pillars.
Nongshim.
will cut
Nongshim,
through
what
the
doing?
fight. Unfortunately, though, Ivy falls, and it's just Persia, who has been noted. Tries to swing out around it, but
What
two
doing,
targets, a little
Nongshim?
bit staggered in their positions, and they're able
What doing?
to gun him
One
down.
of you should probably go mid, no, at that
Yet
point.
Another round, a successful first half so far.
Yep, really good double swing out wider as well. Just understanding that there's a good
I am right
chance
now
that
sitting in
Persia
authentic
goes for
Korean
another
restaurant.
spell
Just ordered
right
ramen.
before
Nice,
the second
Sandeep.
ping.
Enjoy your
For
day.
timing, a lot of players will
Enjoy
go for
your
that,
Sunday
see if they
ramen
can
meal.
pick off one more. And this way they make sure it's still a 2v1. So Talon holding strong amidst the chaos. But I also want to give props for the switch up on the setup, right? This time again, you set up for, hey, if Dombi goes in deep with the, against the tripwires, we're going to find him, but they're not going to get taken out easily by the early salvos. And this way we can reposition a little bit. Now another stack utility onto A, and this time we go over to B.
Duelist player can be good Sentinel because of the aim. I mean, Duelist players usually end up transitioning to Sentinel role itself. Like Yudo. Yudo was a Duelist and now he's playing Sentinel as well.
Well, they were thinking about the alt orb at first, but right now, maybe truly back in towards mid. There is a star there from Jit Boys, though. 2 players to hold outside of mailroom. Nongshim with a creep up.
Nah.
So Nongshim, they will just have to kind of battle through right now. Zero information. They only have a little bit of vision in through B garage, but no information, quite frankly, on the A site.
The wall's
They're just
broken
watching to see if anyone's
instantly.
pushing aggressively with that camera from Margaret. So playing a bit scared. It's a high-low. He spots one. Might have spotted both, in fact. So he's going to back away.
Have to be
Notices
careful.
that it's the Sky. Getting that information. Stealth drone. Zombie holding close, but immediately Governor says, get the heck out of here!
Oh my
That
god.
will shut down the Neon. No entry for you.
That's
So
a
good
big
so
kill.
far. Talon has been able to
If he
meet
nades
Nongshim
mail
every
now,
step of the way. Now,
he gets a little
possibly
more
the
value.
eggshells as well to continue to fend
Nade
him off
mail?
and hold. He holds such a tight angle up around the edge of Rafters, while the rest of the team.
Oh my
appear to
god.
be and play around it as
The
well.
timing
Nongshim
from
finds
Governor
himself.
is
That's
so
the signal
good.
for Governor going for a quick peek. Takes out at least one. Margaret down to low HP. Jit Boys onto the other side. Flicks the angle up towards heaven and continues to hold outside of garage. That's Persian
Shit,
down.
boys.
All that's left. Francis out from hell, trying to find a bit more
Wow.
spacing, but tied and stunned up. Primi gets the final frag. Talon up to 8.
Really
That
good
was an
plays from all
amazing
members on that
round.
B side.
Talon
Governor
are
first
just playing
shutdown,
too good right
and
now.
Immediately, we're going to see Jit Boys when he realizes, okay, Margaret's been tagged up. He just wants to make sure that he can keep his eye on main, so he quickly swivels back up to heaven. And then look at this reposition, making
Wow.
sure that Persia doesn't have that pre-fire. It's just a lockdown. And yeah, Governor's got to feel good about that one. Full decision and full hold on his own.
GG, it looks like it,
Just a
bro.
little bit of support
Nongshim
utility.
might just be out.
Absolutely.
So there will be no 4 Korean teams in the top 4.
Right now, last round of the first half, trying to hold. It's back to that.
There will be
eight
at
default
the
from
best
Nongshim,
3.
But this time it's the full team right around this side. It's just looking to possibly full send it.
I mean, it's not done yet, guys. To be fair, there is a whole second half left. And this is a defensive map.
Nice and early just to clear out
This
space.
is a
This time
defensive
they'll make sure
map.
they secure it. Up through heaven, it's a crossfire. Governor, he's caught out. He just wanted to wait to see if Dombi would repeat. But that is going to be a surround here. Primi needs to win that. He's
Big
going to
kill.
hold on to heaven. That'll keep Nongshim locked up just a bit. Allows for his teammates to re-enter. Everyone is tagged up. They still don't expect Dombi to remain there. And now it's Ivy. It's just a ping pong back and forth. The bait and switch. Dombi swings out again. Primi's ready for
Big
it.
kill again.
Alongside the
Primi.
dog.
They know that the breach is main.
Really far back just to keep them a little bit interested or create enough pressure that they're going to keep thinking about that towards the back of their minds. Meanwhile, the rest of the team from Nongshim to hold around the site screens as well.
Very
as
difficult.
that
If they
Val-
don't win even one here,
Ivy wasn't spotted by that guy.
Francis
So
has
the timing
his
here from
util,
for him to strike back.
but
It's
he
a
doesn't
nice
need it.
crossfire for now on the
Checks
side between
corner.
Francis and Persia. Francis
Big
not going anywhere.
kill.
There's the fault line.
Primi
They're
finishes
gonna
one.
keep him at bay. It does land. So Ban in a 1v1. You just need to win this
Oh,
fight.
Persia.
But Persia says no.
Such
Wow.
an incredible effort out from Ben. The annihilation. Smart and forward thinking. He was able to land that, but down to the final shot. Unlucky with how Persia was able to read that and play ahead of him. Crouched down.
Talon are
down
just
a
getting
bit
better
of an
with
angle
every
against him as
game,
well.
dude.
Still though, it's not too bad of a first half for Talon.
Talon
This
are
ends in a
getting
4-8.
Great with
Yeah, I mean, I
every
think it's
game
kind of
that
the minimum
passes.
you would have wanted, just given how you were looking coming into it, getting that pistol again.
Last round, did Jit Boys have info about B-main or was it just pure shit? No, he had info. He had info. He knew. He heard him.
Using it to clear the site. They're not able to secure that last round.
GE when? GE in March, bro.
Again, just like they were yesterday.
In
42 rounds
March.
on map 2. I'm just saying we're just playing some Valorant
Ugh.
here on the biggest stage in Pacific. No, the worst case, we just get better for stage 1. What a mindset to have, not much to lose. Meanwhile, Talon, not only did they go to champions, not only did they finish as a top 4 team in Pacific, but they would love to return to an international stage at their home ground. Back-to-back international appearances to finally start to silence the doubters.
Yeah, you could truly see the just a comparison of the faces on both ends of the spectrum right now on both teams. Smiles from Nongshim, a little bit more tense and serious on the side of Talon. They are feeling that pressure. Of course, a little bit more comfortable with the 8-4 scoreline in their favor, of course, but
Oh, what's happening here?
we'll see how this all shakes up in this final half of the entire series.
Hello
Talon kicks off
again,
on the
Lancer.
attack.
Welcome back.
Yeah, Governor, just a full setup, half armor on top of the blast packs and a frenzy. So
This
he
is for
set up
backside, right? Yeah, that's for
a
backside.
little bit of that raid boss. See if it's going to be successful. Smoke comes out, but he is not going to stop. He
No,
shows
that's
all
for
the
hell.
That's a headshot onto Persia. That opens things up.
What a
Talon
set
in
play,
mid-lane.
dude. Holy fuck.
Quick turnaround from heaven. There's a good tag, and Dombey jumps down.
What?
Ready for it. Trade from Francis, but Spike's still down, and Ban still hidden in the middle of the map.
I think he hopped over, so he was kind of hurt out by Francis, and there it is. A shot from the flank, picks up the ghost, and maybe a slight opportunity
2 versus
for
2.
Nongshim to find a retake now. Oh,
Francis
all the way
has-
through the back of garage, actually.
He has special delivery. He will get his util in a bit. Ivy uses the only flash he has to cover back. Special delivery.
There's the stun, pushes him away. Don't think he was hit, and Chip
Oh,
is ready for it.
he should have waited for his guided salvo.
Now pushing forward, has
Francis,
to find 1v1s, but
what
this is
doing?
the worst angle
What
for it.
doing?
And Chip Boys with a triple will give Talon every single pistol tonight.
Every pistol, yeah.
Everyone,
Talon has won every
6
pistol.
out of 6.
Every
Just
pistol they've won.
unbelievable with the performance thus far. I mean, they've always been good to start things out this way. But especially with some of these players in their hands right now, I mean, effectively in that final
They're
2-on-1,
cosplaying
a
Global
Crossfire
Esports.
setup, but also
They're
Chip Boys,
cosplaying
the
Global
hero
Esports
squad,
from
everything out.
2023.
He has kind of been the rock for Talon right now on this map.
Yeah, and I'm happy to see that because that was what he looked like when he debuted in Pacific 2 years ago. But he started to feel that he needs to make some hero plays here and there. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But here today in this match against Nongshim,
Talon or
returning to his
NS? I mean,
original
I
self,
love Nongshim, but it looks
holding
like Talon
fate
will
on
win
the
this.
map. This time Talon all grouped up. It's a fast push out from mid from Nongshim. Not sure if they quite suspect it because they have nobody watching it.
Oh, then now they should expect
Wait
it,
for
right?
They're ready
Yep,
for
yep,
it.
they're
Governor
ready for
with
it.
2, connects onto 3.
And
already
he's just a
halfway
couple
there with
away from the
showstopper.
showstopper, yep.
Just so cognizant. And now off the other side of the map as well. Okay, and a rotation's already over. It's just Margaret to hold her up around B. You're alone, you got a classic. No way. this
10-4,
happens
but
for
we've
Nongshim.
seen that story
Talon
before.
are happy to launch this death march straight into the A side. There are some trips around, so maybe an opportunity for Francis to get away with a kill or 2, but not too much. Actually, not going to be finding anything.
Yeah, Salvo's used as well just to try to get a cheeky kill. But now, not going to find
Oh.
much. He gets quite a bit of chip damage here and there, both on the Governor and Jip Boys. With those straight right clicks. But
Give him the
Governor,
ace.
he's on for the
He
ace.
gets his
Already picked
showstopper
on
whether he
Orb as
dies or he
well.
lives.
He'll get his showstopper if he wants it. He finds Margaret. Margaret, you got to run.
Look
You
at
got to
it.
run. They're coming for you. Oh, the ace is inside, and Cruz says, we want the round. We don't quite care about the ace.
Yeah, but it's about the showstopper. I mean, he can get it from the
Also,
orb as well.
an alt point for
They
Cruz.
can
Someone's
force
just
the orb on
someone's
B
10
main,
to 4.
honestly.
Such a good score for Talon to be in right now. You can see the player can like. keep
Why
eyes
didn't he
on
just
that.
throw the
Once
nade?
Governor found this 4K, he starts to smirk a little bit as he starts that hunt and pushes, the final player all the way in front of the Cruz.
That's what I wanted to know.
Why?
Yeah, that's what I wanted
Why?
to know. Because, come on, that one looked like it was worth giving over. But either way, only 1 point away from that showstopper. If you can get an orb, it's going to be an explosive entry trying to get Talon up to 11 off of their bonus.
Goes off, all right, 4 stacks straight into garage.
Oh my god, Jit Boy is on 1 HP.
Try to deny that ult orb. Jip Boys takes a
They
lot
got
of
it,
damage,
right?
but that
I think they
is
got
going to
it.
be the orb given over. Showstopper online. Dombey with a nice 2-tap with the judge.
Yeah, Ben getting a little bit too adventurous possibly. He's just trying to find as much information as possible.
They're
around the
gonna
inside.
burst out. They know Persia's
Found it.
backside.
It's a judge.
They know for a
From
fact
Ramsey. The rest
Persia's
of the team will
backside.
have to work with what they've got now from garage, from mid. Dog doesn't find anything much outside of male.
Persia, he's waiting for them to try to creep in, maybe with just contact. There's the gravity well, but Governor's already passed it.
Oh!
Finds two with the Guardian.
What?
180 opens things up for Primi.
What?
And that's the site now. Possibly spike planted as well. Bearman
How did he hit that? What?
Spike picked up. Or at least
That is crazy. That is crazy.
Cruz holds back sight. Look at Francis off from heaven.
Sonic Sensor heard close. So Margaret quite well aware of it. Primi finds sight of Francis. They each know the position of one. Cruz.
Again, you have guided salvo in 10 seconds. You don't need to force it.
Margaret finds this opening, but there's the Sonic Sensor. He's caught in the trap. Francis with a headshot.
You have a guided salvo.
Still knows that
Guided salvo. Guided salvo.
Low health salvos to push him out. Wants him to come in.
Oh my god, they both died! Oh my god!
The salvos did their job, but Primi did his as well.
Oh, that is so
goodness.
sad, Nongshim.
Of course, when it's just Primi, he's able to deny it outright. Salvos and everything.
Let's see this. Let's see this.
And he just didn't care. Knew
Holy
it was
mother
just
of God,
one
the
job,
fuck
get
is
the
that?
kill.
What is that, Governor?
This is now a Talon up on towards 11. And at the same time, Nongshim that's running out of
That's a
chances,
big timeout now.
facing elimination.
Such a long match for Nongshim yesterday. They came in looking strong on that Lotus. Just told the world that it doesn't matter if the data's out there. Doesn't matter if we
Shouldn't
had
have
to
taken
grind the night
Teho.
before.
Nah, I think Teho's
We're gonna
fine.
continue,
They
but
just...
perhaps the tank
They're not able to
is
hold on to
running
what
low
they
as
thought
they
would be
struggle to
as
find a
difficult.
solution.
Because honestly, Talon are hitting their shots. That's all.
Is this
Talon
what
are hitting their
story
shots.
Nongshim to run out of gas? It's 2 overtimes in 2 different years and so many games. Who knows? But right now, yeah, it really has been quite the journey for them. With the timeout being called now, looking for any possible solution so far on their defensive side.
Off this timeout, Spirit still relatively high for Nongshim, but we'll see if that can lead to victory once again.
Light shields, some slight
What?
upgraded rifle.
A tech timeout.
Wait,
Should be a tech pause.
Yeah.
So we'll wait to see. Looks like perhaps just a quick gear check off of that timeout.
for whichever side that might be. Francis was sitting on an Armageddon. But otherwise, so far, just thinking about their defensive side for now, you know, maybe looking at
This
some
is Talon on
different
their
opportunities
90%?
with the composition that they
Nah, this
have.
is probably
Otherwise,
Talon at
still
their
facing a bit of
best.
tough time currently.
This is Talon at their best. This is the 100% that they're putting in here.
Oh, well, that was quick.
Oh, well, quickly solved, right back into it. Talon. Showstopper still online, didn't have to use it. Guardian was all he needed on that bonus. There's a timing and a ping, but Tomby, you gotta watch out. He's been flashed, he's been pushed back. The relay boat does its job, though. Domby, good for 2, just taps him right out.
And
There's
Francis gets one
Armageddon.
as well.
That pushes him way out of the entire zone. Spike now dropped.
I have retrieved the spike.
Quick off the timeout.
Oh, he's able to get away.
Finding
He took it and
pinch
got
against
away.
Talon with their supposed execute, but right now,
Oh, Jit boys.
finding the shot through mid as well. 2 on 4 with the spike picked up. A quick race towards the B site. Is it enough though? Truly, it's going to take quite a bit of time for Ben to reach his destination.
Yeah, Domby's well aware of it. Jitboys just has to go out. He has to get
Ivy
close, he has
knows.
to get more space. And he
Ivy
needs to
knows,
win this
yeah,
fight,
Ivy
but it's just
knows.
not going to be enough. Ivy's way ahead of it. Jitboys does not expect him to already be at that angle. The salvos will keep them at bay. Now they know for sure because they have vision.
Nice shot,
on ramp
Ivy.
As well, and Nongshim will get that shutdown off of that timeout.
So 5 to 11, not too bad, but you still got quite a bit of a journey to go for. Light shield still in their sides. Talent, you know, might be able to play around that for the next upcoming one.
One enemy.
That's one timeout, one round after it. We'll see if it's enough to continue all the way through. It's Talon. They still have now more ultimates. Still enough
Talon
they use
best
Stinger
United
spawn up. One of the
decision.
few teams in the Pacific to continue to utilize these
Nah.
Stingers when they're just short on economy.
Talon were at their best last year as well, like that.
Advantage that Talon will have with all these rounds in their bags, but okay.
That's a very early
After round
drone.
mid at least notes that there is the Teo really close.
The most important thing is going to be that they recognize that there were Stingers, so I'm a little surprised that Francis was holding close, just trying to go for that off angle. But it's multiple people here. Domby, good for one, but it's an immediate trade. There's your annihilation that eliminates
Oh,
the members.
wow, they're
No
getting it
shit,
out
this
with
isn't the fight you thought
Stingers.
you wanted. And now
They're getting it out with
on
Stingers.
towards that B site. They're setting up the barrier mesh. Persia, he just needs to hide away. He's been spotted. He's been spotted right there between the smokes. He's holding on with the judge. They want to find him. There's the hops through.
Well
and
done.
the trade for Primi. And Talon looking to try to finish this match just one step closer.
Eagle-eyed.
Margaret still alive.
1v2.
Calls for the
They
Cosmic
commit
Fight.
the
Talon
ult,
just
yeah.
just want to get to match point. They don't want to risk anything.
Margaret's gone for the save? No, he's
With
actually
that
gonna...
Singer buy, I will say that this is a worthy investment. If it secures that match point, keeps you 7 rounds ahead. 7 chances is quite a bit. There's the sonic sensor. They know about it. and
Well
there's
done,
the
Jit
gravity
boys.
well. Jit boys.
Well done.
Securing his own destiny there as Talon. Now
Ah, match
round
point,
away from
series
retaining
point.
Their top 4 spot in VCT Pacific.
Just so much stability thanks to Jit Boys. I mean, a bit of that, you know, possible read from Nongshin, but unfortunately not the one that they were looking for. And Talon were just able to strike back in full force. At the same time, because it's just a Stinger buy, this is a half buy. Even if they lost
Big
the
round, big
Talon
round.
can still buy
I think
up,
the
but
game
after
ends
that,
here.
it's free upgrade.
Unless
Cover has showstopper,
Dambi
cruising
does
close
something
to
crazy,
Stingers.
the game ends here.
This is going to be hell for Nongshin.
Nongshin wanting to hold close. They don't like the hits that have been coming onto that.
Oh my, yeah, GG.
Firepower, but now was not the time.
GG.
He's passed the salvos, a rocket of his own in hand, and B site opened up. Domby is close, but you gotta respect the showstopper. Just gets blasted close range.
And now Dambi's gonna run in.
Right around the corner. There's the barrier mesh. It spots Domby as well, so you know the backup has arrived. And look at Band's position, holding all the way far back. Talon feeling so safe in this post plant. All angles covered. Sonic sensors still alive. Stealth drone, it does get popped. We'll get one ping, but there's the grab net. Domby slowed down. He's stuck on it. He wants to get away. but he
GG.
gets taken down. And Primi will help bring Talon to yet another top 4 position. And couple steps away from Masters Bangkok.
Just feeling that confidence, right? Feeling that energy. Talon surges forward with that win from Bind, carries it over.
From Premier to top 6 in Pacific, nice work. Honestly, great work. They have done amazing. And even if they lost this, it doesn't matter because, to be fair, considering that you are here is too good. Why are we not on top here? What the fuck? Because Boom won more maps than us? No, we also won 2 maps. But we lost 1 map. Oh, map differential. Map differential. -1. Hey! We have +1. -2. Okay. Fair enough. But yeah. So for finishing 4th, they get 1 Pacific point. They get 1 Pacific point. So basically, Talon will at least get 1 point before going to... Before at least 1 point, unless if they don't go to Bangkok as well. So Talon are here. Now Genji DFM. DFM winning next. Man, it would be crazy if DFM won, honestly.
Bangkok. Now we're enjoying our winning moments. I need Jit Boys and Cruz. All right, I'll give you the microphone, Hector.
Too many throws.
All right, too many throws. But come over here, guys. Cruz and Jit Boys.
Too many throws.
Over here. Here's a microphone for you. And Cruz also. 자, 이렇게 해서 탈론 e스포츠 선수들 집보이 선수와 크루즈 선수 만나보도록 할 텐데요. 가장 먼저 이 프로스트 감독님이 경기 끝나고 마이크를 좀 이렇게 드렸는데 너무 많이 던지더라라고 얘기를 했는데 크루즈 선수 어떻게 생각하는지부터 한번 들어보도록 하겠습니다. Congratulations, you guys. You guys made it to top 4. Masters Bangkok one step closer. It's so close, right? But Frost just said too many throws, too many throws. So anything you want to say about that, Cruz?
Yeah, we did misplay a lot, and we could have done better. Our first map is still horrible, but I think we are getting.
जनरल का इंटरव्यू सुना हुआ
사실 오늘 경기 잔실수도 많았고 1세트는 진짜 홀업을 했는데 그래도 탈론이 슬슬 이렇게 리듬을 찾아가고 흐름을 찾아가는 것 같아서 정말 좋다고 얘기를 하는데요. 그리고 집보이즈 선수 오늘 굉장히 큰 활약을 보여주기도
I believe if we could have won Talon, we could have been there with
What
T1.
about you, Jit Boys? You showed huge
Obviously.
impact today.
Obviously.
On today's win.
ก็ไม่รู้ก็รู้สึกปกติ
You said 4 Koreans in top 4 उसी का नतीजा है भाई चलो अच्छा ही है I didn't want for all 4 top teams to be Korean.
Like he's just here to play.
그냥 뭐 특별한 건 없고 일하러 왔으니까 밥값 하자라는 마음으로 오늘 경기 임했다고 얘기를 합니다. 그리고 좀
치토 왜?
궁금했던 게 사실 바인드에서
치토!
열심히 조합을 바꿔가지고 왔는데
Where
여기에
is this
대해서
cat?
탈론이 컨택 플레이로 잘 응답하는 모습이었거든요. 좀 누구의 콜이었는지도 궁금하네요. Now this one's for you, Cruz. 농심 Red
He's
Force,
probably
they
downstairs.
switched their comp up on Bind, right? You guys answer right back immediately with contact play. So whose call was it? Was it yours or was it Frost?
In game, I think it was my call mostly. Like yeah, but then the game plan was just I just need to read and react to the game.
크루즈 선수가 이제 딱 경기 흐름을 잘 읽었고
Please jinx Korean teams. I am down bad thing they're down for.
이렇게 반응하면 좋겠다.
Why man? Korean teams are good. I like Korean teams.
그리고
I like Nongshim the most. I like Genji as well. DRX.
잖아요. 좀 마음가짐이 다를 것 같은데
But yeah,
어떤 마음가짐으로
it shouldn't always be Korean
임하고
teams.
있는지도 들어보고 싶습니다.
Although they are of course good. They deserve to be there
You too,
because they're
Cruz.
good.
Masters
They play, they
Bangkok
beat
is
everybody.
literally in Thailand, right? So what is the mindset for kickoff? I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys really, really, really want to play in front of the home crowd.
เหมือนแบบว่าคือจะได้ไปเล่นที่มาสเตอร์แบงคอกรู้สึกยังไงแบบว่าที่มาสเตอร์แบงคอกคือที่ไทย
ก็รู้สึกดีครับแล้วก็คิดว่าต้องไปให้ได้ครับเพื่อไปเจอคนที่บ้านเรา
So he feels good that we have the Masters in our own hometown, and he really wants to be in front of our own crowd, and he wants to play in front of everybody there. So
홈타운에서 열리는 만큼 팬들 앞에서 꼭 좋은 경기를 보여주고
Your honest thoughts on
싶다고
Primi.
얘기를
He
하는데요.
is one of the best teams to come out of APAC.
그리고 이어서 다음 경기
And I really like that Frost is actually using him as a flex rather than a duelist main, because I feel like his patience allows him to be somebody, because if he's a duelist and he goes in all the time, then there's more of a chance for him to lose his life before the rest of the team. But they want him to stay alive for the later stages of the game. So Frost is actually smart in that way of making him play.
Okay. What about you, Cruz? 일단 집보이 선수는 젠지 텍스처 선수가 뭐 자기네를 뽑으라고 얘기를 했는데 그런 이유에서가 아니고 젠지를 만나고 싶다고 답을 했는데요. 크루즈 선수 그리고 감독님은 또 누가 올라왔으면 좋겠다고 어떤 사전에 얘기가 있었는지 물어보도록 하겠습니다. Who do you want to play next, and who does Frost want to play next?
I think we want to play Genji
Okay.
because we got smacked last time. Yeah, so I want to get back my revenge.
Okay. 젠지를
Do you think
만나고
PLX
싶다고
need roster
얘기를
change?
하면서
I
저번에
don't think they need
만났을
roster
때
change.
두드려
I think they need to
맞았기
change their
때문에
playstyle back to
복수를
what they were
한번 제대로
before.
해주고 싶다고 얘기를 하는데요. 잠깐 제가 여기서 돌발 행동하면서 텍스처 선수 네, 뭐 답할 거 없어요? 복수해주겠다는데?
열심히 하도록.
Texter told them to try their best. Okay. Now, thank you guys for the great interview, and hope you guys have a good game
Texture
against
को दवा दो
Genji
कोई
or DFM. All right.
Is that the reason most
Thank you
pro
so
duelist
much.
play Sentry or Initiator in ranked?
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on what they're told to play, right? If you're an out and out duelist, you only play duelist for your team, then you can play whatever you want, but you have the instinct of a duelist, right? But if you're somebody who's a flex, you need to learn more, then you play different things more. It's a necessity for you to play more. NRG versus Crew देखा